Link's behavioral modification tool.
Behavioral modification.
Hello, Lola. The red mage named Lola. Okay, begin with this party. This is going to be a no reset, and I'm just going to go with the flow, and we're going to beat this game tonight.
Oh man. Warrior Monk 2 Red Magoos?
I did the auto select on the name, so it gave me whatever names it wanted to.
Huh. I didn't know they had default names built in.
Yep. Well, it pulls names from the rest of the series. So it Duncan from like Final Fantasy VI.
Oh, this version does. Okay. Forget that there are like 20 versions of Final Fantasy 1.
Yep. Okay, that should be that.
Wait, I should have brought my glasses. I can't read shit.
Hey, Raven, how's it going,
Raven.
bud? How you doing tonight?
In my glasses case in my backpack.
I don't remember the exact shopping trip list, so we're just gonna we're gonna wing it here.
Winging it is usually fun option.
There we go. And we always sprint when we can. Link, get back in here and quit scratching, buddy.
Hey, Link. Thank you, darling. I can see. I can fight.
Ha ha ha!
Try to bomb out strength. I'm totally gonna do again. I saw the recipe on Discord. It looked fantastic.
I did.
Alex, you are not even close to being on the
You gotta lean in like we're friends or some
No,
shit.
alright.
Yeah.
Like we're friends.
Chris had to basically be like on my lap, so. But I was
Hey,
cool
how's
with that
this?
Because look at him. There you go.
There we are.
And then Link will try and whine
Get
and
in
cover up
frame.
with a blanket.
Look at me, I'm a dog.
Honestly, I should be running, but I need to get the experience early. And I don't know how reliable it's going to be to get the higher experience encounters, so I'm just going to go ahead and take this.
Right.
Should have been able to beat it without having to do that, and you were going to actually remove your nunchucks. Hey, Bakuryu. This is Alex, Chris's fiance.
Hi.
And you're Bakuryu, and I'm Breach. I think I have our bases covered. And this is not Dragon Quest. I know it's a heartbreaker, but hey, thank you for the biddies, buddy.
Hey, Pride emote.
Okay, Yura gonna have to do more damage than that.
At least I think that's Pride emote.
That's a little rainbow flag.
Fuck yeah.
And I'm gonna get one more encounter before we fight Garland. That way I can make sure we get to. Okay, it's a very well kept secret. I didn't even. I'm gonna knock him down just for you.
Just imagining your party just running back and forth along the same, like, 5-foot stretch of woods. Like, come on! No, these goblins are out here somewhere!
Dude, we saw this fucking tree already. Just go kill the son-bitch. And Garland, the strategy for him is you press A a bunch of times and then he dies. It's really a top-notch boss strat.
So easy.
They do get a lot more intricate later on. But we wanted to hit level 2 there so that we could hit level 3 from this fight, in theory.
Right.
Make your own fun. I'm super excited for make it. Dude, I'd be
hell
super
yeah.
excited for that.
Same, it sounds yummy. I might try to make that without the sugar.
Doggo not behaving, doggo get sprayed.
Squirt.
Yep.
Oh, now he wet and angry. It's his own fault.
You're gonna go in there and pout and chew on his foot, where I can't see him. So we got our level 3 there, which is good.
Fuck yeah!
Early on, we're paying attention to the levels so that we can make sure we learn our magic when we need to.
Hey, Toffin! What's up?
Come on. Give me your loot. Hey Chris, would you do me a gigantic favor and A, stop helicoptering into the garbage disposal, and B, would you grab the monster rehab out of the fridge?
I definitely will, Raven.
Dude,
I have to make a few substitutions, but I might be able to make something similar.
I agree, Zach. I am so looking forward to Red Dead Redemption 2. I mean, wait, is there anything else that comes out that month? Thank you. I know it feels great on the hand whenever you get the texture from the side of the can. I'm glad that wasn't on camera. It was doing something very inappropriate with my drink.
Monster white tea?
Yeah, it's a white dragon fruit tea.
Ooh, shit.
It's basically a bunch of B vitamins and caffeine, and it's gonna keep me awake for a lot of this stream.
Sounds like some good shit.
It is.
A lot of it, hopefully all of it.
You know, I have a feeling that towards the end of the Sky Castle, I'm gonna hit a wall. And that wall's gonna be Warmech. Yeah, it's not healthy.
No. No, it's not.
Yeah, Dio, I got the monster dragon fruit tea.
Hey, as far as monsters go, I don't think you can get any more healthy than that. I always try to get the teaser.
But yeah, I'll definitely be getting and doing Dragon Quest XI as it comes out there. So you don't have to worry about that. No matter where we are in the Conquest, 11 will be done starting day 1. And now we can actually see how long this cutscene is, because I have the timer up.
Ooh.
So it started at 6:05.
Alright.
I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you.
We just saw Deadpool 2, and the soundtrack is stuck in
Again.
everyone's head. Really having to resist the urge to press that X button right now. That I accidentally pressed way too many times in Minish Cap, thinking that it was my other weapon.
Shuffle, little warrior of light. Shuffle to victory.
I used to love picking it. You can change which character you have in front, and changes your sprite on the overworld.
Yeah.
When I was a little kid, I would always make sure it was the fighter, because the way they did his armor and his pixels so you could see his legs, it looked like he had like 2 little white things on his back. It looked like his butt was shaking as he walked.
Aww.
That was hilarious.
Ah. Wig fibers in your eye hurt more than normal hair.
I could see that. With my eyes that don't have wig fibers in them. I don't know if you could hear Chris from in there. This mic is a little more selective on what it likes to pick up. But he said, could you see that, Breach? Could you?
Could you really?
Just wanting to jump in on the pun train. Yeah.
The pun train has no brakes.
It's a full minute and a half long.
Jesus Christ.
To get to this screen, where it's another like 15 seconds. Okay, so now we want to go...
Welcome to D&D, the video game. I mean, Final Fantasy.
You're not wrong. I really need to be running from this one too, but I feel like punching them. These goblins offended my family. You guys can't tell. Chris was doing inappropriateness off screen, and he got sprayed with water for it, because that's how we deal with problems in this household.
Someone explain to me why I'm married, not man.
He always makes you laugh.
Good enough.
There you go. Thank you for the biddies, Bakryu. Unfortunately, I can't show you what Chris was doing on stream, or else the stream will be banned.
Gotta watch out for them terms of service.
It involved nipples and honey.
It actually did.
Where's my squirt bottle? I want it on this. I don't want to see.
You think you don't want to see, but... Now,
You think you don't want to see it until you've seen it.
Now, I was talking about how we need to run from a lot of battles, but ogres really early on are a great source of experience and gold. So they're going to be how we afford shit that we should get, because I suck at the 15 tile. Holy fuck nuts.
You sure this isn't tea? It smells an awful lot like tea.
It's herbs steeping in water. Of course it smells like tea.
Doma just,
Probably want to let that go for about 5 more minutes.
he had a bad time. Pizzaed when he should have french fried right there.
Take it off at 10:20, then what?
Then pour a fuck ton of lemon juice in it.
Straight into it?
Well, if you want to divide it up, the water up between like different cups, maybe about a third, half full, then lemon juice, like half full I'd say, and then lemon juice.
Now, the one thing I didn't know whenever
Split the tea water into 3 different cups.
Oh, we're making
Once it's done steeping.
this is a single cup increment.
Well, I didn't see any pitchers in the kitchen, so there's that.
What is this?
I don't really have pictures. There's also that big black thing on top.
That'll work. Yeah, dump all that shit in there, and then just dump the lemon juice in. We'll wing it.
Let's also not take that direction out of context.
Yeah, let's not.
Yeah.
Take the tea bags out.
How to take the tea bags out?
You want to need to?
Yes, you want to do that.
Be
Like I
more-
said, give it about 5 more minutes.
Be more of a sip of tea at this point.
I wasn't expecting to enjoy that movie as much as I did, honestly.
Oh, it's
Like, looking back on Deadpool 1, I'm like, that was fun, but, you know, it was kind of
it was. what it
LOL,
was.
so random, XD.
Yeah. No, I feel you on that. And this one was like the family. It's the perfect. Both of them together make the Family Guy of humor.
Yeah.
Like you have the randomness and the references. Now this is kind of a bad time. I like to try and beat the pirates before 10 minutes, but again, we're just doing this as we do it.
Right.
So.
Oh, you suck! Damn right, reset!
He's not wrong.
Time to sleep.
So how are you lovelies doing tonight? Thank you for spending your Friday night with us as we get absolutely crazy.
You're a trash one. Oh man.
No.
I have nightmares about this magic system.
Oh, this is MP. It's not spells per day, which is one of the things that makes this run doable. Really, Chota boy? I'm not.
Was it
even-
always NP? Or did it used to
No,
be spells per day?
in the NES, it's spells per day,
Ooh! Hoo-hoo.
and then some of I think the PS1 version is spells per day as well.
It's MP.
Is it MP on PS1?
Yeah.
Because there's both easy and hard mode on PS1.
Only thing it changes is the amount of experience it takes to level up for the first 2 levels.
And the cost of items in the shop. Because the items in the shop are cheaper on this one too. Because this is technically stuck at easy
Y'all
mode.
look so happy.
They do. We just killed pirates that are called buccaneers in this. In the NES version, they're called kizokus. Which I don't know if you know that Japanese word since you know several of them, but it means pirate in Japanese.
I did not know that word actually.
So there's the pirates, and then their palette swap is Japanese for pirate.
How original. A cute sheep?
Is it a sleepy sheep?
Sleepy sheepy?
Sleepy sheepies are the best sheepies.
I'll take any sheepy though.
Okay, here
Especially the fluffy ones.
I need to buy a shield, helm. Actually, yeah, let's go ahead and, since this is not a real speedrun and it's still probably going to be a PB,
Yeah.
let's go ahead and show that off. Here lies Link.
There he is.
In the NES version, it says Airdrick.
Airdrick.
Mm-hmm. Which is the, can you guys learn that yet? No, not yet. They should be able to
They
learn
ain't
it
strong
soon.
enough for that. And who's Airdrick?
Airdrick is the hero of Dragon Quest III.
Huh.
And technically, Dragon Quest 1, he's like your ancient relative.
Interesting. Con! Who are we conning? Huh.
Apparently, Ricardo Montalban.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm. think you're... Are you watching The Search for Spock tonight, Bakuryu? Was you tricking the wife into watching that one? This fight is going to be airy, because we'll suck
Search
to
for
run
Spock
from.
ain't half bad. Wrath of Khan is better, though.
Yeah.
I don't think any Star Trek film has ever beat the Wrath of Khan.
Oh, damn, we actually ran from that. Now, this is the point where we're going to start save scumming the run, because there's a lot of stuff that can kill us. And if we get a preempted strike, we're going to run like little things that run fast. Cactuars.
Cactuars. Little spooters. Just posting options in WoW and how Khan's belt. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, whenever I see anything titled Khan, I have to make the reference. Oh man, guys, don't wear boots without soles. I mean, what did I say? Did I say soles? You shouldn't do that. Insoles is what I meant to say. Yeah, if you're going to a convention, don't wear shoes without insoles. My legs are killing me.
Don't wear soles without boots either.
Yeah, don't do that. They won't stay on very well.
They just float off into the aether.
Yep.
Because soles.
Hey.
Wordplay.
Okay, so.
Now, Marsh Cave, this is typically where a lot of people got kind of walled a little bit as kids, myself included. Because the enemies here, they like to poison you. There's a lot of shit that's a little bit higher level than you're really prepared to deal with.
Right.
I gotta take way more steps than I wanted to because that bat.
Taking the tea bags out and going to the water. Yes.
Okay. Lemon juice. All of it.
Okay.
Just go fucking nuts.
One.
Last time I made it, it wasn't lemony enough, so we're rectifying that today. If we need to, we can water it down.
Rectal fire.
Yep.
You. I don't know that I want to get that. And this is bad.
Oh.
These guys hit hard. They're an enemy that shows up like in the Earth Cave, so we naturally don't want to see them here. They're tough to run from too.
No.
Hmm?
No.
Well, I already put some honey in there, so you're gonna want to taste it. And if it's not sweet enough for you, put some sugar in it. Not in all of it, just in yours.
And breaches.
And breaches, yeah. Oof.
And that's why we
Lily.
save scum it.
Smart.
And this encounter
There's
is
some
really
skeletons and a palette swap skeleton.
Palette swap skeleton is a tough motherfucker.
That's tangy.
Two.
Is that good or bad?
Cut it down.
Maybe add a little water first.
I'll put sugar in mine regardless.
Okay.
Okay, so we definitely save here, and I should have done that after I do this, because we're going to get everyone to full health.
Alright.
Now, the tile ahead of us is the wizard fight. We can get anywhere from 2 to 4 of them. If it's anything but 2, we reset. Because we can't. We just can't.
None of that.
Yeah.
Should I chill it? Should I?
If you'd like to.
Hot lemonade just seems like a terrible idea.
I mean, unless we have ice somewhere, then yeah, chill it.
And this part can get obnoxious. It shouldn't be this hard to get 2 of them. I know, thrilling.
It's just being a
Pokemon.
butt today.
Yeah, I mean, RNG is RNG with it. After we get ground up a little bit further on, it will. Oh, here we go.
Prayers to R and Jesus work.
Good, you hit the right person. Wrong kid didn't die. Good. probably gonna live through this. We didn't live through this. That's fine.
It's fine.
I can bring it back. It's obnoxious for the magic because that I think is when we would have gotten our third level. For magic.
Got the crown though.
Yep, we got the crown. I really wanted to save this Phoenix down for what's his dig?
No. Let's not. You're such a silly dog, Link.
Yes, he is.
You're good, but you're silly.
Just like his daddy.
Indeed.
And then we have to live out of here. Oh. This fight is unpleasant because they get to hit multiple times, and each time they attack, they get a chance to hit on us.
I wish I knew what you were after, Link.
It's after a Squirtle.
That also should probably not be used out of context.
Yeah. Yeah.
Secret weapon.
What?
Careful.
I thought it would hold together better than it did.
No, it's a blanket. They get like plastic bags caught in the wind. And then they make me accidentally quote things from the movie that I just saw because I'm an impressionable young youth.
There we go.
Particularly that line right as he gets caught on the billboards. Okay, so we got our level that we missed out with Yura off of that enemy. So we're not too far behind.
That is a wolf with moss on it.
There was a werewolf.
It's killing me not being able to respond to the punch train. Ah, it's okay, Toppin. We know you're responding in your heart.
Wait, did you give up? Oh, you're driving. Never mind. I'm like, did you give up puns for
Damn
Flint?
you, driving safety!
That doesn't sound like you. Oh.
You can never give up puns, Toppin. Woo, pride bits!
Okay, come on. We get the point.
The rascal has finally settled down.
Yeah, it just takes him a minute. He got super excited. I mean, he had a rough day.
Yeah.
The little boy got his anal glands expressed. He had a rough day. Some shit happened.
Some literal shit?
No, well, I mean, outside. Where it's supposed to.
That's good.
Now,
That's
here,
the castle.
here, I don't think I was supposed to buy a tent earlier. That's why. I'm not supposed to use the cottage there, but I'm gonna. Because I can just get more later. But we use that to recharge MP. Because this fight can really suck.
It's gonna get rough.
It can be. It is another RNG fight. So he's got a god pattern of RNG that we're not going to see here because there's a timer on screen. But that Chris got in his fucking Let's Play of this game.
Yeah.
Basically,
See, Apocrio is one of your characters. They were all randomly generated.
yeah, I RNG'd the names. He's got a, for example, he does a 50-50 on whether he attacks or casts a spell.
Oh.
And the first spell in his script is instant death.
Oh no.
So, that's actually enough that I'm going to reset it. Because I want the mages to live. If he would have hit the fighter, I'd just see the battle out. But the mages, I gotta worry about their levels for magic.
Oh man, please no dueling in the chat. I can't moderate if I can't see you.
You guys have both been named in Dragon Quest games. You both win. Plus, Papa Chris is over there watching. Don't make me turn the speedrun around. Okay, so there he attacks.
Alright.
Now, the first spell he'll cast, if he casts a spell, is going to be instant death, and it's got a 60% chance to land.
Ugh.
This is the God Pen. In theory, we could get a really strong sword upgrade for our warrior off of it. And he'll die this round, pending that he doesn't cast Death on Duncan.
There he goes.
And that should be...
I didn't know what the tool would be like. I just want to be a rebel. That's alright, Raven.
Everyone got their levels. Good, good.
Oh, yeah.
We got the Crystal Eye. That's a sub 30-minute Astos fight, which is a little bit better than most people do. And they're significantly better than what I did in my first playthrough of this game. And just get everyone up to a baseline of HP. I'm gonna save.
Not a bad idea. I'm a compulsive saver.
We didn't get the drop.
Nah.
A compulsive saver would make for a very good Final Fantasy 1 GBA speedrunner.
It'll be foam keyblades. Okay, that's fine. No magic though. I don't want to see any Firas or Thundagas flying around.
Bubble.
No, none of that either.
Bubbla, or what was it?
Balloon? Balloonra?
Balloonra.
Was it
That's
Balloonra?
what it was.
No Graveras, no meteors, especially no meteors. Because
Aww.
Riku can learn meteor.
You never let us have any fun. No meteor. What about Mateo?
I'll have to think about it.
It's like meteor, but no R.
Because the R is the concerning part of that spell, and not the fact that it summons a giant meteor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm glad we had this conversation. We're on the same page here. So, I am going to... Grown Edition counter. I'm going to amend this from the current, meta of speedrunning this game, just to grind for safety, since I suck at 15 tile.
Oh, fine. Sounds like my kind of town.
So we're gonna be getting some levels. We're gonna be getting a lot of gold because I can't reliably win the Mega Elixirs from the 15 tile game. Grip to Strike, good, because those guys have a high agility and they're hard to run from, and we don't have a way to deal with them effectively.
I'm not particularly fond of slogging.
No. For good reason.
They're not friendly.
They're douchebags. Just giant floating bags of douche out in the ocean.
Mainly thinking of the D&D versions, but the Final Fantasy versions aren't that great either.
There's some that you literally can't run from later on. And
That's a unicorn. You just killed a unicorn.
nah, he's a crazy horse.
That was a unicorn.
He's a horse that duct
He
taped.
thinks he's a unicorn?
He duct taped a paper towel roll to his head and called himself a unicorn.
Alright, that's fine.
Yeah.
Matoya.
Yep. An old bearded witch. I don't know why.
My eye.
I don't know why the beard. Like the gray hair and the beard, unless that's supposed to be some double chin thing going on, or. But yeah, Matoya needs the crystal ball. We just got it from Astos. You're supposed to come up here and see Matoya before you even go fight pirates. Apparently they think Team Always Go Right will fail to Team Always Go Up. And she's got a couple things over here that we don't snag. Just because it's easier than buying...
Stealing from an old lady.
Hey,
Hi
you know,
there.
she has the sight now. She could see what's going on now. If we came in here while she was blind and took it, then it'd be stealing.
But now you can just have it.
Right. And in the NES version, she gives you the herb, which is what you use to wake up the prince of Elfheim. Generally, herb puts me to sleep, but, to each their own. And so
It's a nice version there. We got a sleepy prince instead of a sleepy princess.
The Sahajin chiefs are kind of assholes. They are much higher HP, and I'm surprised we had two of them there. That's relatively rare encounter.
Got a wolf, and then we brought extreme wolves.
Warg wolves. They're like regular wolves, but warg. It's like dire wolves. They're like regular wolves, but
Dire.
exactly.
Isn't that a thing? I can't remember. Did Tolkien coin the term warg? Is that a thing? Or is that just like a really old, obscure old English thing?
I think it was Tolkien, but I'm not certain. And that may be why. You guys still can't learn this shit? Come on.
Because I was like, if warg ends up to be like some black speech word for wolf or something, then I'll just be like, ha, look at the wolf. God damn it, who brought Moon along? Wake me up inside.
Your Highness. Ooh. Terrible dream.
What the fuck, guys?
Oh yeah, I'm supposed to give you a key. I've been asleep for 5 years. They don't have modern medical technology, so I don't know what the fuck they've been feeding me or how. Somehow I didn't shit the bed in that 5 years. And it's faster to just leave the castle that way because we have to go all the way around here to steal the elf shit. Which sells for good money.
Mithril hammer?
And some gloves.
Good shit.
Wouldn't want our hands to get warm or cold. Whatever you put gloves on to defend against. I'm in Texas, we don't believe in gloves.
Cold weather? Defense against the elements? What the fuck is that?
Best defense against the elephants is Smith & Wesson. I know people that would actually respond that way to that
Jesus
phrase.
Christ. Oh, I imagine you do.
I think you guys probably do too.
Oh, God.
You just
You're
thought of who it
probably
was,
right.
didn't you? Yep.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, I don't want to think about it anymore.
Okay, let's move on to these
Let's move
chests.
on.
Now we're gonna raid all the stuff here in Cornelia, even though there's really only one chest
Save
that
it.
we need. And it's mostly because all this shit sells for money. Now the one to the right is the one we need. So we're gonna grab it last, because it does a little MacGuffin hunt for it.
That's the nitro powder.
A MacGuffin noise. Yeah, I don't know why they were just leaving explosive shit in a chest in the middle of their castle.
Maybe, yeah, that seems like a security hazard.
Plus, it's been sealed there for at least 5 years because this key that we just got from the Sleeping Prince is
It's
what
been on
locked it
him
in.
for 5 years.
Yeah. So at
He's
least
been
5
sleeping.
years. This stuff's been sitting in a box.
Holy shit.
Hopefully it still works. We're going to take it over here to our buddy Narek, the dwarf, who has great ambition. I am Groot. How would you guys respond if we started off a stream and, like, for the first 10 minutes just spoke in Groot?
I am Groot?
I am Groot.
Yeah, I'm Groot. Oh. His puppy noises are adorable.
Yeah, I think he's licking his foot, but if I can't see it, then... Really? Dwarf?
Not yet.
You
Let's not.
fuck.
How about we're not, okay?
Be nice. Okay, so we got a dwarf in the door. He's kind of stuck there, and we're kind of stuck here until he decides to move.
Okay,
Okay,
readjusting.
do not move down. I will bring great shame upon your family if you did. So we had a dwarf trap us in the room there for about a minute.
Oof.
Which is just standard NPC time loss. Shit happens. This is Narek. Nitro Pooter!
Pooter!
The explosive force in this powder will have my canal open in no time flat. Hello, you kids.
Oh yeah, it's a mystery.
So we get a nice animated cutscene to show Narek blowing shit up.
Hell yeah.
this would be a good time for me to put poison in if I'm going to.
Nothing more hilarious than watching dwarves blow shit up.
Hmm? If this were Warcraft, he
dog
would be a
sniffing my
dwarven
face.
sapper. Yeah, his nose tickles.
Dwarven sapper. Yeah.
Not-
It is a Lotro class.
It's not in World of Warcraft, it's in actual fucking Warcraft, though.
Actual fucking Warcraft? Which one?
1 and 2.
Shit, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Were there even any dwarves in 3?
I don't know, I think
That was mostly elves, I feel like.
Murder.
Okay, Nerek's gonna go off screen and we're gonna chase after him. He's gone though. He's long fucking gone. Like,
Ooh.
I have no idea. Anyway, we're gonna steal all their shit. Link, I need you to cut it out, little boy.
Oh, you just want to be covered? It's okay. I also want to hide under a blanket from our responsibilities. There we go.
So everyone got some decent equipment upgrades. And we are going to move along. And I actually want to check something. Alright, I need to find a spare battle. And then we need to make one last trip to Elfheim. So that our red mages can get the Fira spell. And you guys should do nicely. We should kill you relatively fast. You notice I stripped the monk naked, because naked monk strats are best strats. His absorb equals his level, which is going to be better than the shit tier armor he was wearing.
How do we get rid of that in the GBA version?
It's amended. His absorb will still increase like that, but it doesn't do it 1-to-1. So like his defense is 6 there, and his evasion goes up, and it's the same. So, Yura still needs a level. I need to cure the shit out of Duncan now. Because he had a close call on that one.
I kind of feel like now, like, these monks are analogous to like 5e barbarians. The less armor they have, the better they do.
They really are. Monks are OP in this game. Like I chose the classes I did because we're gonna have Doma, our warrior, in the front tanking everything. Duncan is gonna be our DPS, and then 2 red mages as support to buff Duncan and make his DPS that much more.
And heal and shit.
Yeah. Well. Oh, if they're having to heal, then we're doing something a little wrong.
So we should be aiming to nuke them before they have to do shit like that.
Yeah. However, Duncan still needs some levels behind him to be fully utilized.
Right.
And taking this one so that we can hopefully get Yura up to level 9 and be able to buy level 3 spells. But that missed. That probably would have hit it. Motherfucker, how far behind is you? Gotta be fist fucking me.
That sounds painful.
7 experience.
7 whole.
Well, honestly, if we had to get one battle, I'm glad it was an ogre. Yay! Toffin got home.
Yay!
Hooray! You made it!
Hell yeah!
And we're also gonna go back over here to buy a little more shit.
To imagine enemies attacking because they see some dumbass running in squares and think it's an easy kill. That's not a bad theory. These dickholes are just running around in circles.
I got killed. I'm dead.
alive! Let's celebrate by eating something dead.
Okay, and then I am gonna stay at the inn here. What kind of sandwiches you making?
Ooh, yummy. I used to enjoy sandwiches.
Yeah, you still can. You just can't use bread for the bread.
That's true.
You can make like a... I guess that's a salad at that point.
I can use like a really specific bread, like wraps made entirely out of like smashed coconut.
Peanut butter and whiteberry jam sounds good.
Ooh, yummy.
Naturally, we're gonna get ambushed for our first one out of here, so...
Look at that shuffling idiot in armor. We can probably push him and they'll explode.
I'm gonna explode!
Oh shit, they didn't explode.
Damn.
It was worth a shot.
On to plan B.
And then they die.
How about we just die and throw money at them? These guys are really
You're
weak.
a squirrel who somehow has money.
These guys have like 10 HP, but they have that move that can just paralyze anybody. And they show up with Sahajins a lot. I ended up calling them Sahags because it was truncated in the NES version to save on character space.
Oh my god.
That's the encounter they show up in all the time.
Oh, gross.
And I'm glad we got a preemptive because their agility, like I said, makes it hard to run. They're difficult to hit because they have high agility.
Right.
It's just a bad time. We don't
Bad
have,
time for everyone involved.
we don't have gold to get anything in there, so we're just gonna go straight to the Earth Camp.
Hell yeah.
Now I don't have an emergency exit.
Ooh,
so,
first crystal?
well, we gotta go in and fight the vampire and get a rod. Go talk to an old man, get his rod, and then we can go deep enough to get the crystal. The old man, yeah, you guys get the joke. Normally you would use a cabin right there to recover MP, but I stayed at the inn back at Elfheim and fought the guard.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
What the fuck is this shit?
the enemies.
What the fucking is this shit?
This is a dead monk, is what this is. This is why you save scum through all the dungeons until after you've done your grinding, and even then some. Like, speedrunning Final Fantasy 1 is just save scumming the run. I'm getting concerned about the witch fight because Lola there has like squat for HP.
Yeah.
In the original NES, these guys were called Cobras, and the purple variants were called Asps. But these guys aren't poisonous or venomous. So
Anacondas.
yeah, so they changed it to Anaconda because people saw through the logic.
Oh, this is a cobra. Why can't it poison me?
And then there are sea snakes later on, so. Because of course there are sea snakes. Minotaurs are kind of the new
At
ogres.
least there aren't sea spiders.
About that. No, they're wrong. Minotaurs are our new ogres, though. They give really good experience and really good gold. So if we run into the one of them, we'll fight them every time. Werewolves are why we have all the antidotes that we do.
Right.
Werewolves are poisonous because they can't just bite you and turn you into werewolves.
Trolls?
Thinking about taking this encounter.
Just bust a hole through the ceiling and turn them to stone. That's how that works, right?
Just get some sunlight on them, then they'll stop eating the stupid fat hobbitses. They're weak to fire, though, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this encounter because
We got some good fire spells.
we might be able to take them. I want to kind of conserve MP because I only have the one cottage, and we're going to use it on our trip back in.
Right.
And unlike the NES version, they will actually regenerate health in between rounds.
Ooh.
Come on, finish him and say good. Finish him and say my MP.
Just don't feed the trolls. They'll go away on their own. Yeah, you're right, Briggs. We should have encouraged them.
I didn't encourage him. Well, I did, but with my fists. So I do want to come over here. We're going to get into an encounter here with some Minotaurs. It's a fixed encounter tile.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. Every time you step on this tile, you'll get into a fight with some enemies. Usually these. Oh, they fixed the wear-saver on this.
So are the fixed encounter tiles just there to make sure that just in case like the RNG fucks up or something and you manage to pull like almost no encounters, you still get some experience or something?
Not so much the experience factor as in to make
Like a challenge factor or
make you work for the treasure that's there.
I see.
So it's like whenever you have a D&D tile and you have a set enemy in a room guarding something, it's like that.
I see.
I guess that one wasn't. Oh, fuck me. There's a bat that was on the other side of the door. Yeah, you can't see the moving bats on the other sides of doors.
Oh, right.
But they'll move in the front of the way and block you. In the NES version, you can get yourself trapped doing that.
Ugh.
Ogres aren't really worth the time as much anymore. I mean, they still kind of are because we're a little lower level and resourced than we should be.
Right.
Come on. I get the point. You guys hit. And Duncan is... This floor is where the shit hits the biscuits.
Ooh. Shit.
These guys can
Shit
turn us to
biscuits
stone.
don't sound very nice. Those are... What are birds doing in a cave? How'd they get there?
You know, it's like a bird inside Walmart. They just fly in through the front door one day
Get
and
really
no one
confused.
notices, and then they're confused and they turn you to stone. Because cockatrices.
Yeah.
Fun to blues!
Yay!
Hooray!
He's alive! He's alive!
I actually need to switch your Duncan spots. Pending that we get away from this fight.
Oh shit, rates.
Yeah. These guys shouldn't be this hard to run from.
Rates are always like the shit I was most afraid of in like Tolkienian stories, games, and stuff like that. God, I hate them. I just don't like undead things.
Yeah, they kind of suck in this too. Oh, nice. I mean, Destiny 2 was fun for a playthrough. I got burned out on it fast, but for a playthrough, it's a good game. Apparently, that Forsaken DLC is supposed to save Destiny. I don't know if that's really the case, but I don't know. I'll watch some people play it before I make a decision on that.
I saw some ads for Destiny when I was working in GameStop. It never really caught my attention.
It's a non-MMO player's MMO.
A non-MMO player's MMO.
Best description I can give.
Huh. So we're talking like an MMO for people who don't like MMOs, or like baby's first MMO?
It's a first-person shooter with quests and MMO elements.
I see.
So it's kind of an introductory MMO that doesn't want to label itself an MMO because it doesn't want people to feel like they have to grind. But you gotta grind. These guys are still unrunnable. Yeah.
That's a mind flayer. That's a goddamn mind flayer. Don't you try to fool me.
We'll run into mind flares soon enough.
Baby mind flayers.
They resist fire. They hit hard.
Ugh.
But that's the best thing that our monks or that our mages can do right now is fire. And they're an unrunnable encounter because we fought them for the crown as a boss, and they still have the flag.
Oh
They're
shit.
bosses.
Baby mind flayer. Mind scrappers. Aww.
But they're worth a good amount of XP and gold, so for 3 of them I'll fight it. We can run into up to like 6 in here.
Brain bruisers.
And we will see true mind flayers later on.
Ice Cave, right?
Yes, Ice Cave and Sky Castle. Fortunately, we're a bit better equipped to deal with these guys now than we were in the Marsh Cave.
Shitstorm on a stick. Oh, I'm sorry, Funda. Glad you're having fun now, though. That's a lot of dogs. They don't look like the good boy kind either.
No. They look a lot better than the ones Toriyama drew. Excuse me.
Fair.
Yeah, the ones in Dragon Quest have like one of their eyes missing.
Ew.
Like, not missing, but like hanging there.
Ew.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
They're not best boy.
Not good boys, no.
Now, we want to save before we fight the vampire, because he hits fucking hard. He's weak to fire. We're not going to use that on him. We're going to go with the tank punch buff strat. And hopefully everyone lives.
Buff is creepy DQ wolf. That makes one of us stop him.
Yeah, I'm not. He should die this round. But we're gonna, oh, fuck me.
Kick his ass.
Doma is armored and needed in that mode.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's kind of broken.
Yep, that's the strat. Now, because I didn't play the 15-tile minigame at all, we gotta hoof it out of here too, which is about
Star Ruby.
10 to 15 minute time loss. So, yeah. If you have any donations, now's a good time to read them.
White. Gassed.
These guys are a great source. Temper will stack until you hit the attack cap. So you can just keep casting it until you either run out of MP or you hit the cap. This is not what you want to have happen in this fight.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, everyone got stun locked.
Ooh, no fun.
Yeah.
No fun.
Which is one of the challenges of doing a solo character run, because if they're faster than you and get priority, then you're just kind of there for the fun.
But more baby man players.
Yeah, just keep it all within the rules of the chat.
Yeah.
Go for it, fund it. I mean, as many times as I've vented about work, it would be very hypocritical for me to say, no, fuck that.
Oh, here's a puppy.
Yeah, puppers make everything better.
Yes.
Unless you're trying to sleep and they jump in your room. In which case, they did not make your sleep better.
I just got sniffed at indignantly.
He's good at that.
He was really good at it.
Okay.
He's the bat.
Bat troll.
This is so late. Going under the blankie.
Yeah, he needs his blankie time.
No. I need my blankie time too. I understand.
You gotta love that. Right as you're pressing start to do a safety save, you get into an encounter. Fortunately, it's just 2 of them here, and we can finish them off
That's not
really
bad.
easily. And it gets you up to level 12. Oh, Yura can actually survive a Blizzard from the Lich.
Yay, more confused birds.
It's only one of you that gets stoned and we... I did buy the gold needles where I can cure stone, but...
Is this one mine?
Mm-hmm. That's the unaltered one.
Woo! I think that needs to be cut a little bit. Some water.
That sucks, man. Shit
I'm really
always...
sorry, dude.
Shit always likes to dogpile on the same day. However, let me make sure I select my words perfectly so that they're not misconstrued, so it'll be a second while I formulate what I want to say.
I think I know how to fix this. I'll be right back.
The world never throws more on you than you can handle, especially whenever you surround yourself with others to help carry the burden. And if you look back through everything in life, everything that's happened, you're still here, you're still kicking, you've survived that, which automatically makes you a badass motherfucker. And things do tend to work themselves out. They suck at the present whenever you're going through them, but it does get better. I am sorry you had a rough day though, dude. I've been there.
Much better.
Good. Not a problem, dude. Anytime you need to talk or anything, we're here for you. If you ever need to just get some shit off your chest and blow up about something, feel free to send me a message on Discord. Like, I'm not licensed. I can't tell you what to do with problems, but I can listen. I can offer you an ear. So sometimes that's enough. So if I can ever do that for you, don't hesitate. You know, I can't really help you, Bakuryu. Not with that one. I don't do poo, pee, or pain. Those are my 3 no's. So. And we feed the Star Ruby to the Titan so that he'll get the fuck out of the way.
Aw, he just wanted a snack.
Yeah, Big Melon Head's just hungry, sitting in this tunnel where there's no snacks. You'd think he would have the gumption to go try and hunt down a snack, but not today.
Not today. He's just low on spoons today.
Yeah.
Didn't feel like it.
And I am going to safety save here, because we can still run into those raves. Oh, don't
do that.
Don't stretch that too far. I won't do anything for fans. Oh, but I won't do that. Fair enough. You got me covered, Tom. I'll try and be a good drunk to you guys. Good. Let the levels flow through you. Really, game? Really? One step from the door.
Sage's cave.
This guy's name is Sarda, and he's going to give us, in this cave, the Earth Rod. Oh, that's the door. He's going to give us the Earth Rod. In the NES version, it's just the rod. So you go meet some random old man in a cave, and he gives you his rod. It helps you go deeper. Totally no jokes there.
Should I be a concern for the main character? Like, they're gonna call police?
Unlike most Final Fantasy games, we are not orphans and we are of age, so it's gonna be fun.
Wow. Okay, as long as everyone's consenting adults.
Yep. Look at us run there. We're just jogging. Yeah, the sound for this is really damn good. Thank you, sir. Is this warm or cold?
It's cold.
Okay.
It's not ice cold.
That's tasty. Lesser tigers. It's a good thing we got. Oh, that's very sugary. Or very sweet. Maybe it's the lemon.
Might be. Lemon juice wasn't sweet, I think. Might be the tea kind of interacting with the sugar. Like, I couldn't find straight lavender, so I just used like a lavender herbal tea with like nothing else added. It was just like a lavender and lemongrass.
That'll do the trick. Which YouTube video are you speeding up, Brittany? If it's one of me and it's making me do chipmunk voice, I can tell you guaranteed that's why. Because you're hearing me and chipmunk voice just cursing up a storm.
Moo.
The video's called Moo. Do they moo in this video, though?
Are there cows involved?
Will it moo?
Beautiful. I approve.
Good. Good. At least they're not false advertising.
Sounds like that's exactly what it says on the label.
Switch over to chip.
Nah, we're on the way. We are on the way to kill the Lich.
So this doesn't have the bug where if you get hit while running, you take critical damage.
That wasn't a bug, that was intended. If you turn your back to an enemy, then right up Main Street with it. One thing I didn't know for the longest time was on the GBA version, whenever you're at that battle scene, you can just press the L and R buttons to like instantly run. So like here. Oh, never mind, we got ambushed.
Oh no.
You listened to some Nightcore stuff, haven't you, Raven? Because that's what they do, is they just speed it up about 3-4 times.
Yeah. The trick is finding that perfect speed where it's still comprehensible, but not so close to the original song that you can't label it Nightcore.
Chris, would you do me one more solid?
What's that?
I realized you upside down. Second drawer on the far right in the bathroom. Would you get me one of the things out of there?
Change of Blur speed in each
It's
one
gonna
of that
be-
course songs is freaking hilarious.
It's going to be at the far back of that drawer.
So you're changing the playback speed on a song that's already had its playback speed changed. We need to go deeper.
Well, sure. Never mind. I amended hiding spots.
It sounds really fun. Bro, I used to do that sometimes. I should do it again just for the lulz.
We're going to take too much damage in that one, and we're already running on limited resources here.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Mr. Daddy fucking assessing the situation. Was that what they did in Mother 1, or what was the line of dialogue?
I don't remember Mother 1. Mother 3 had Mr. Batty, I know that.
Yeah, they both have them, and they both do the the wasted turn, but I can't remember what it says whenever they waste their turn. Yeah, we come up here, smack that plate with our earth rod that the old man so kindly gave us. Now we get to go deeper.
What if that rock feels violated?
You know, that rock was in our way. Hey, Justin, how's it going, bud?
Hey, Justin.
Oh, hey, Dick, you were fine sleeping there.
Yeah, but that was before you had something that sounded like food.
It doesn't just sound like food, it is food.
Is it gummy worms?
Waffle.
Did you say waffle?
Pretzels.
Waffle.
So now we going after Crystal, huh?
Yep. Just right up around here counterclockwise. And save locks, we can still run into cockatrices, Pixco demons. A bunch of things that I accidentally called the wrong names.
It takes me to like 200 normal playback speed and working my way through 1.5. 1.75 to 200 manually. By the end, it'll be like 400%. Do I ask you? I don't know how. Hey. Don't need a reason for doing something if you find it entertaining, man. There it is! There it is! There it is!
There's a thing in the way.
Who has more AP? You do. And I want to get everyone to as close to max as possible, because we're going to get hit with Lazara, and it's going to fucking suck, and Loa's going to die. But we're going to make up some levels in the next dungeon.
Ew. He looks like a very pleasant person.
So, hopefully he doesn't lead off with Lazara. Because it's going to do between 120 and 180 damage to us.
Gross. Okay, he didn't. Just attacked.
Yeah, that's fine. I want him to attack Doma up there. He's got the HP, he's got the armor. He can live.
Messed up my bag at work today, so I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom. Watching you to working except you see my character. Oh no!
We might be able to kill him before. If Duncan gets to go before him, Lola's dead. But
I'm
we still
sorry,
need to fight.
dude. Kick his ass. Oh, sleeper.
As long as Duncan doesn't fall, yeah, I'm gonna attack Doma. Do all you want. I don't give a shit. Fight him. GG.
Boom.
It's fine
Is
that
there
Lola
anything more satisfying than like the screen flash? Beat the boss.
No?
It's kind of like when everything goes into slow motion in Kingdom Hearts. Like the exact same feeling.
So we need to run from as much as we can until we can get Lola back to life. And I need to save almost immediately. That actually went really well, despite, a character dying and everyone being at critical health. Like, if you guys remember from a couple weeks ago whenever I did this segment of the speedrun, this went better. We're like 7 minutes behind there, but don't worry about that. Boy dog.
So are we just getting these out of order, or do they show up out of order on the counter?
What do you mean? Right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, they show up out of order.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
Irks
just
me.
That's just the thing. So. Come on. Come on.
Oh man. I'm gonna have to tag out in a few minutes, guys.
No worries. Appreciate you
My
staying
wig
for as long as
headache
you have.
is killing me.
appreciate you staying port for as long as you have, showing
Yeah.
off the Prompto cosplay.
And it's still not done. I threw on whatever I had today.
That's what sucks. Like, I hurt myself breathing sometimes. Come on, wargs. Yeah, except I wasn't, like, sitting in a bush high on shrooms eating cake. This time. There we go. Fucking finally.
Unfortunately, it seems like most injuries don't really have interesting stories behind them. It's just stupid stuff.
Yep.
Unlike the chocolate milk story.
Yeah,
Chocolate milk
the chocolate
story?
milk story was a pretty good story. Wherever he sliced his foot open on chocolate milk.
There's food in the kitchen I could be eating, but here I am. Aww.
Yeah, I've, one of my last injuries was avoiding sitting on the dog, and the other was just sleeping in a weird position. So yeah.
Yeah, I've woken up with super weird fucking aches in places that I normally do not ache just because I slept on something weird. Train one of your cats to get it for you, yes.
If you could train your
Just
cat
have an
to
army
do
of cat servants.
anything helpful for you, that would be impressive.
When I get a kitten, I want to leash train it. Just take it out for walks.
Both where I need to be. There we go. Never be afraid to pull open the map. Confirm that you are where you think you are. Because on ship it gets interesting.
The kitten would just play with it. Oh, the cat in his asshole would just bring it out of reach and drop it.
These guys are what I've been saving.
Ugh. Aww. Arthur knows how to play fetch. This is the best thing I've heard all day.
You know, I'm not going to waste the time healing you because we're already,
Go, go, go!
Hey, Breach, where's Chris?
Where's what?
Where's Chris?
Crescent Lake?
Yes.
It's that thing that looks like a crescent roll.
There's a bit of nostalgia to that, if you're curious.
That is how we met. Was they were wandering around the world looking for Crescent Lake,
Uh-huh.
and I happened to jump in at the time and be like, "Hey, it's the one on the southeast part of the map."
Aww.
That is how we met.
And look where we are now.
What's he doing here? Can you see him? I swear to God, if he's shitting in the corner again.
That is precisely what you just did.
Oh my god.
You know, I don't blame him because I'm in here ignoring him.
Oh shit.
So, we're gonna let the timer run for a second.
Alright.
It's still gonna end up being a PB.
Well, I have no idea what I'm doing now. I know nothing about Final Fantasy 1. So I'm just gonna sit here.
I have a bit of shopping I have to do.
Shopping?
So, yeah.
Alright. We'll just let the boys chill for a minute then.
While I clean up dog shit.
Did I break? I'm sorry. No. Link had a bit of an accident.
Well, it wasn't an accident,
It
motherfucker.
wasn't an accident. It was on purpose.
On purpose.
Motherfucker knew what he was doing.
It was a power play. Alright, you guys, I'm gonna tag out for the night. Get my ass out of the rest of this costume.
Everybody say goodnight, Alex.
Yeah.
And we will trade her for a Chris here in just a second. Let's trade down, if you ask me. And we talk to the correct sage. Raven says goodnight, as does Toffin.
Good night.
So it's always the sage over at 5 o'clock that gives you the canoe.
And you know what else? It's always sunny in Philadelphia.
Sometimes. Not right now, it's not. So I put a lot of thought into where we're going to go next, and we're just going to get the sadness out of the way.
What, scorpions?
Yeah, scorpions are the sadness.
My anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hun.
You can do side bends or sit-ups. But please, don't lose that one.
Wow, 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 wow.
And I'm doing a 10th there just because
Hollow.
we took way too much damage. And we got Chris now. Really? These guys are going to hit hard. Except for on Doma, because he's got shit equipped.
Dog shit?
No, we cleaned that up.
That's what Breach is equipped with.
Not anymore, that's flushed.
Don't lie to me. I saw you drop it in the brownie bowl.
Yes. There's a turd in the punch bowl.
Adds character to the punch.
One punch!
Oh god, I need to eat a sandwich.
Thank God we got preempted. That battle sucks.
Anything with an Ochu sucks.
It wasn't the Ochu I was worried about, it's that goddamn croc.
Oh, the double hit.
Those motherfuckers will hit me for reports of 80 on the armored character.
There is not a game, though, that I do not hate the Ochu.
They're not as bad in 10. Compared to, like, Malboros.
Yeah, well, and even Malboros aren't so bad. It's just the face of Twitch is here. The champ is here. The champ is here.
Whoa, we got John Cena for this one?
You just can't see him. It's right there. You just can't see him. It's the blue Malboros that fucking get a guaranteed.
Oh, the King
preemptive.
Malboros?
Yeah. Do you know why sometimes I can change the quality of the stream here? Yes, I can explain. As an affiliate, you are not guaranteed transcoding. You have priority. Basically, Twitch gives transcoding to so many people per night, and it's basically a fill-up list. If there's slots available, like if there's a slot available and it's me versus somebody who's not an affiliate, I will get the spot. But if it's me versus another affiliate, it's a dice roll. If it's me versus a partner, the partner will get it. So that's why. Yeah. Yeah, it kind of sucks. That's something that I really wish that they would address. I think affiliates should all get transcoding spots and just have that available, but it is what it is. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you can't. I really wish there were a better explanation than that. That's all it boils down to.
Yep.
Which is, great on nights you've got it, because if you're watching on mobile, you don't exactly need 720p 60
Yeah.
for mobile. Looks great on PC and does wonders for the VODs and the YouTube exports, but if you're watching on mobile, I mean, shit does nothing for you. What it does is puts the loading wheel in the middle.
Yep. This dungeon is where speedruns kind of go to die, except for this one because you save scum the dog shit out of it.
Oh, sorry, Zach. Oh, God.
I have Phoenix Downs, but I need to save them for eye grinding here.
Do you use them on the eye?
No. I use them because the eye can cast instant death.
Oh. Gotcha.
And until we get levels underneath us, the eye is just gonna kind of do what it wants when it wants.
Gotcha. Gotcha. You ever get partner status, though, you are guaranteed transcoding.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's first come, first serve.
Yep. Eye grinding does sound painful. That's why if you ever go to like a big partnered streamer, they're streaming in 1080p 60, but you have 6 million options of qualities you can put it in.
This floor is fucking dangerous.
Does the return trick work in this one?
I don't know, so I use black mages with it. Really? Chodamockers. Every time, fucking him for 3.
Knowing our luck, they'll make a new rank for super partner to give them the optional quality over the smaller peeps. Shh.
It won't even be an option of quality over the smaller peeps, it'll just be to take it away from someone. Like, it's not that you gain anything, it's that someone else misses out. That's what it'll be.
Though we did get some cool news today for affiliates, so...
It's one dog behind you.
No.
Which means he's in the other room.
Affiliate payout now comes 15 days sooner. So instead of 60 days, it's 45. And, drum roll, subscriber badges are coming. Woo.
This is actually a really good fight for this tile. Because it's a fixed encounter tile, so you're always going to get into a fight here, but it's almost always 9 enemies, because it pulls from a pool of like 4 to 6 of one group, 4 to 6 of another group.
Oh, I know. You insulted my art.
Like, go way down, buddy.
I did not insult your art, Zach.
Get up there when I get.
Under the blanket. Huh? What? Yeah, go for it. Yeah. No, you're good.
You're fine. I think we can run from this one. I don't think it's unrunnable. Winter Wolf sucked to run from, but I don't think this is unrunnable.
Would it tell you if it's unrunnable, or would
No.
you just forever just...
You could just continually try and fail.
Oh, that's lame. It doesn't actually pop up and say impossible.
Yeah, it just lets you find out the hard way.
That's dirty.
Yes, it is.
Of all the quality of life fixes, you'd think that would be one of them.
Not today.
Chode Burger over here.
He's laying on the blanket he wants you to cover him up with?
Yes.
Seen that game. I wish I did.
He was doing donuts under the blanket and uncovering himself.
Well, that's a dog thing. Like, they always spin a circle whenever they lay down. It's one of their instincts from when they were feral, so that they can make sure that it's a debris.
See, then he uncovers himself and then he starts whining.
He can't help it. He's stupid.
Come here, Schumacher. If you come closer, I can't throw it that way in the nuts. Get over here. Oh my god.
Okay. Well, we will catch you when you get back, Raven. Hope you have a wonderful night. I'm probably going to be here for at least another 2.5 to 3 hours. It's my prediction. I think 4.5 hours is probably how long it's going to go. But you never know.
Bye, Raven.
Yeah, especially on the red mages. Like, I mean, Lola and Yura there. I think Yura might actually be... Oh, Yura's a higher level, but still.
Yep. Well, I mean,
There shouldn't be...
one level up's not going to make almost 100 HP worth of difference.
Nope.
Like, that red mage has more health than the monk.
Yep.
Because that makes sense. Oh, do you just keep killing this evil eye?
Back and forth, back and forth. Forth and back and forth. And eventually we'll be able to kill him without him casting Thundar on us.
Don't need HP if you got the evasion, son.
Now we go ahead and grab our Levistone.
So that way if you need to bounce TF out, you've got the item.
Yeah.
Because that's a guaranteed encounter tile. So off on, off on, off on.
Yep.
Then it's always just one evil eye.
Yep. Always one. Good, amazing gold. Good experience for this point in the game. Very fast fight. I'm going to do our bulk level grinding at a different spot though. This is more just to get us to the point where we're not going to just die by something.
Right. This is to get you kind of back to baseline.
Yeah.
Gotcha, gotcha.
And it gets us gold to buy protect rings.
And that's muy importante.
Yeah.
So is this the class layout for the old route, or is this the new route?
The new route class layout, but I am going to do class change. Well, yeah, I'm going to do class change. Even though I know I shouldn't. I'm going to. Just for the stat boost that the other three get.
Yeah, it makes the black belt worse.
It gets worse stat growth. So if I do all of my intended grinding before I do it,
It's not as bad.
yeah.
So what perk do you get going black belt to master if your stat growth is worse? So it's just an overall worse class?
Yeah.
That's horribly programmed.
Mm-hmm.
And didn't fix it in any of the re-releases.
Nope.
Why though? But why though?
Oh. Because Lucere fucked up, and they wanted to cover up his fuck up.
But there's like literally no reason for that to still be bugged.
There's no reason for a lot of things to still be bugged, but darkness doesn't work.
Darkness doesn't work in this one either. It's funny to roll the dice on which Final Fantasy's darkness does and does not work.
I think like 9 and 10 are the only ones it actually works in, as intended.
6, it doesn't do dick. Like the whole party can have sunglasses on. Their accuracy's 100%.
Well, that's because of how evasion's bugged in 6.
Yeah.
Like, you want magic evade in 6.
Oh, spaghetti code.
Yep, pretty much.
Your damage ranges are really weird.
Yeah, especially on Dunker.
They're extremely just like one extreme to the next.
Just stare down. I mean, he's an eye. What else is he gonna do? Is he gonna burp purple fucking Kool-Aid at us there?
I think darkness does work in 5. Which is funny that it works in 5 and they broke it in 6.
Yeah. Well, it's finally starting to get HP ups.
It kind of works in 4, there's just so many ways to subvert it.
Yeah.
Because none of your special abilities check accuracy.
The other thing about darkness not mattering in 6 is if you're doing standard attack with anyone, you're already fucking up. Like everyone has such a better better option to do than just attack.
Depends on what version you're playing.
On 6? Who is better off just attacking besides Celeste and maybe Locke?
Terra.
I don't use Terra that often, so.
I always use Terra and Celeste. They're both, you can build them for attack. I mean, you use X-Fight, but that's still just attacking.
Yeah. I'm all about that Sabin and Edgar life, though. The Brothers of Destruction.
Sabin is the best character, like, hands down, just for Bomb Rush.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone catches up eventually, but he is by far the fastest character to do non-damage.
Everyone catches up, but only because he gets hit by a wall.
Yeah.
You can only do so good.
Yeah, you can only do so much damage. It gets past when X-Fight can do more cumulatively than Bum Rush does in one max hit. But HP values for bosses, unless you're playing the GBA version for the extra bosses, are so low, they're not programmed for that level of damage output.
No.
Especially if you stat grind properly in 6.
Doctor has a point.
Just suplex the train. Toffin, what's your prediction for the classes we're gonna get? Use your divination now. You're in the hat, I'm in the hat, and Breach is in the hat. However, Breach knows what he's gonna get because,
No, technically there's some variance. There's 2 classes that I might not. Well, I'll at least get not 2 of the 6 that I can get.
mine is no risk, so...
And mine's classic jobs. So.
I'm doing a regular, no-risk run.
The other thing you're seeing about our damage variant is we're not getting a lot of crit hits until like there. Like the more attacks you get, generally the more crits you get. I'm also using weapons that you typically don't see, like the Were Sword, the Coral Sword, Flame Sword. So once I get Ice Sword on Doma, Flame Sword's going to Yura. I'll have another Ice Sword shortly thereafter.
So it's just kind of like a revolving door of swords.
Yeah, and honestly, those 2, the only reason they're attacking is because it's not worth the time and the MP.
To go down and, yeah.
It's literally you guys are there, I gotta do something with it.
Can you get Red Mage? Yeah, you can get Red Mage. Yeah. Yeah. I always forget, I mean, even though I'm staring at 2 fucking Red Mages, I always forget that original classic FF1 had a Red Mage.
Yeah, Red Mage is the one they make row the canoe in the NES.
White Mage, Red Mage, Knight.
I can do that. I'd prefer a thief.
You get a thief, you're gonna be hauling ass.
I'm gonna be hauling ass and I'm gonna get no back attacks. By the way, Toffin, I haven't forgotten about you with that thing I was gonna send you, and I'm glad that I waited off and didn't, because I'm also gonna send you this. So. So yeah. Merry Friendimus.
Festivus.
Dr. Ryu, you have the game, or at least your less scrupulous methods will let you play it. Plus, I'm like Toffin's DQ guru. So I have to guide her through these. Which means I have to actually play them.
What's the target level here?
Honestly, I'm really not aiming for level off of the eye. I'm aiming for amount of money. And I want to get about 119, 120,000 gil. Because I'm going to drop 40 on the damn fairy bottle. I'm going to need to resupply up. I'm going to need to get protect rings on everybody.
Gotcha.
Glad he's not using his Quad X spell. Unless they took it off him in this version. Because I know he uses them already. But that's like all he do.
So the levels are just a side benefit where you're basically just farming up a fuckload of money.
Really, the only reason I'm even concerned with levels in this particular run is because I suck at 15 tile and can't get the mega elixirs that compensate for not having good enough levels to fight chaos.
Just get better at 15 tile.
I can't do 15 tile in 30 seconds on you.
I think you're just chomping out.
I think I've practiced it for like hours upon hours, and the best I can do is about 40 seconds.
For my job, she's guessing Thief, Geomancer, Samurai, and Berserker, even though I didn't add the risk. I'll just get that unlucky.
Speaking of lucky, fixed encounter tile with 4 this time? Fuck yeah.
Did you wanted 4?
I wanted not 9.
Oh. I mean, yeah.
We might even get out of here without seeing white dragons.
It's like, that's not wood. That's not even Chinese oak.
It's good enough for this joke. Just get a, what is it, a Gaia hammer and,
Thornlet crown.
yeah, Thornlet crown on. And GG.
Unless Toffin's going to be playing the GBA version, in which case that doesn't work. Yep, they fixed it in the GBA version.
I think Toffin's going to be playing the SFC.
Patched SFC.
Ooh. That's more what I was expecting from that tile before.
Smack back.
As long as I beat this in the next 3 hours, I'll have a PB.
Oh, Steam or iOS. Which I think again means that
That's gonna get patched.
yeah. No max magic berserkers for you.
I'm fine with they kill him now. I have the Phoenix Downs in reserve. I'm literally just casting fear to get out of this battle faster.
Gotcha. Whooshka. Is running in this game just a straight ass dice roll?
No, it's
Is there
actually
speed?
based on like your speed and luck stats.
Gotcha.
So that is at least fixed-ish.
Ish.
Yeah.
I'm in between moves, Bakryu. I think you have been absent during all of these, the times that it's been mentioned. But I moved to Georgia for a new job. And I'm currently in between moves. That's why I've not been on stream. The only reason I'm on stream this week is because I'm here in Texas. So, Worth or Waste will be as soon as I have access to a computer again. I wish I had a date for that. I currently do not. Ooh.
He not in Georgia right now.
I am not in Georgia.
He's in Texas right now. He knows where he's at. He drove here for 12 and a half fucking hours.
Yeah. A 12-and-a-half-hour drive from Atlanta to here.
Text makes a lot of things lose their goodness.
Night, Justin.
Right, duder.
Okay, so now is getting the airship?
We get the airship right here. And then we're going to go buy the ferry bottle, go up to Gaia, buy protect rings, get the ox shield from the ferry. Then we're going to go do Volcano.
Oh, so you get all of the rotating around before Volcano.
I'm going to. Just add some protection. In fact, I may do Ordeal first before Volcano even.
Oh yeah, because you are doing the job.
Yeah.
The normal route doesn't even fuck with Ordeal, does it?
Doesn't go to Ordeal at all. I want to grind dragons for levels and Mega Elixir chance. Is really why I'm going to Ordeal, but there's also an ice.
Oh yeah, because the bone. No, it's not a bone dragon.
Zombie.
Zombie dragon.
Zombie dragon, bone dragon, same difference.
You got an airship.
I'm also going to resupply on my high potions before I go do Ordeal. Not there.
So curiously, can you do 15 tile off emulator?
Haven't tried on the GBA. I definitely can on PS1. But the PS1 also has a longer time limit for you, and you get gold as a reward.
Not doing Ordeal.
I'm going to go do fairies and protect rings. Can't land on the desert in this version, and I need to. Well,
What version can you?
NES.
Really?
You just land on the Oasis spot.
Wow. Night off. Oh, after the bottle, he starts selling.
Stat boosting drinks, which we're going to use in a couple fights.
Right, because you don't. Everyone can just drink the.
Everyone can make someone else drink it, so that gives Doma a purpose in some boss fights, like Tiamat or Kraken and Chaos.
Doma's not going to be your damage dealer. Oh yeah, because everything goes to the monk. You just temper the monk and he just goes ape shit.
Yep.
I was really confused there for a second. I was like, why did you just go into town and stop? I forgot it.
It stopped me. Berries out of the bottle now.
Only 3? Oh, you can only afford 3. That's some slow menuing, sir.
Yes, it is. Because I don't know where anything's at.
Are you hoping to get enough out of this? Or is this literally just for cleanup? They're naked.
There's no swords.
Is that safe?
I mean, they're not going to be punching things. Oh, I gotta go to ferry. I'll have to come back here to get another one.
This route seems very...
Thrown together on the fly in the last minute because I couldn't handle the actual route? Yes. Unplanned because I've only practiced up to the Lich? Yes. Night, Toffin.
Probably still be a PB.
Oh, it will. As long as I've finished this below like 4.5 hours, it'll be a PB. My PB is like 4.5. And I see that being a very likely possibility.
Right, because the rest of the game is pretty bam, bam, bam. Right.
Wham bam, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, because it's just kind of... Now that you've done all of the extra nonsense, it should just be crystal, crystal, crystal.
Actually, you know what? We're going to forego it. And fun fact, you can just go directly south from the tower there and go to the volcano.
Neat.
Because they make a square.
They do. Because they all shoot in the middle, where, Huh. Cool. The more you know. So, are you gonna go straight to Kraken from here?
I'll go to Waterfall first, I think.
I always forget about Waterfall. Because you gotta get the, was it the Rosetta Stone?
No, the cube is in the waterfall, and there's a ribbon and the defender.
Oh,
So-
Waterfall's optional.
No, you have to get the cube out of the waterfall.
Oh, yeah, that's right, the floating cube. To make...
So you can go into the Mirage Tower.
That's right. Where do you get the Rosetta Stone?
In the sea shrub for mermaids.
That's right. Yeah, you go the other way than what you go to Kraken. Okay. I remember all the pieces of this game. I just can't remember the order that they go in. I'm sure there is. I don't even know why I'm asking, but I'm going to anyways to have conversation.
Okay.
What is the? Is there a category that also does the bonus dungeons?
Yeah, there's a full bestiary category.
Ooh, full bestiary sounds difficult. That's kind of RNG.
A little bit. It's a category.
Because, I mean, there's fucking Nemesis %, so...
Yeah.
But that's the category that does it, is just all bestiary. There's not like just like an all dungeons.
There might be like an all bosses category. I don't too deeply into it, to be honest.
Gotcha. You know what? I'll look it up since I'm just kind of sitting here with my teeth in my mouth. Speedrun.com. Fuck. Fucking autofill. Oh well, it works.
I'm also going to do something right here that the speedrun does not do. And it's going to be part of where we grind.
Okay, let's look at GBA. Oh yeah, there's an all bosses category that nobody runs.
Yeah.
Guess who has the first place?
Nikki?
Yep. Guess who has second place?
Nikki?
Nope. Some guy named Cruel. Guess who has third place?
Oh, Cruel's actually a really good RPG speedrunner. He runs the Lufia games.
Oh, neat.
Yeah. Cruel's a good dude.
Know who has third place? You, if you decide to run it.
I'm not doing that.
There's only 2 people. That's it.
The best pound-for-pound experience and gold from an enemy in the game is off of these Agamas.
There is one person that has run a full bestiary.
Nikki?
Yep.
Nikki holds like at least top 3 ranking in every Final
Wow,
Fantasy game.
nobody runs J.
It's because it's not faster. Text can load automatically whenever you put the full stack speed up.
Neat. There's 2 people that run J, and they're both Japanese. So that's probably just like a comfort thing.
Mm-hmm.
Surprisingly, any percent's not that competitive.
No, Nikki's got like a sub 2 hour, and then everyone else is like.
She doesn't have sub 2 hours. Not on GBA.
I thought she did.
Mm-mm.
Is it sub
No.
2.5 at least?
Yeah, it's sub 2.5.
That's what it is.
It's 2:26, which is 20 minutes ahead of second place.
I know
Dragon Dark's in 4th
Yeah, he actually ran this one.
with a 2:51 flat, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. That's the only thing you have to watch out for with Agamas when you're grinding them, is they'll use that full party, or the AoE fire attack.
The lowest, or the worst time on here is 3:43.
Might be able to beat that. What's top 10?
3 hours flat will get you in top 10.
Oh, that's happening. You'd have to have a really smooth rest of the game.
Timing starts after confirming character jobs and names and ends at the first screen flash after the last hit on Chaos.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to do that because I'm grinding Agamas for the next 7 or 6.5 minutes.
Damn, PSP is so much faster.
It's because you can grind for gold, or you can 15 tile for gold. Which means fewer eye fights.
Oh man, there's a lot of runs for all bosses on PSP.
I mean, all bosses on PSP is. Oh, never mind. Wait, you said PSP is much faster or PS1?
PSP,
Yeah, because you have the item duplicator, or the item replacement glitch.
where you
You basically
you put armor on every slot.
on every character. You get the barbarian sword and the judgment staff very early. Judgment staff casts flare when used as an item in battle. You had that before Gastos and the Wizards.
What the fuck?
Yeah. That category is busted as fuck.
Oh, and that's what everyone runs.
Yeah, like there's a tournament for that.
No one plays GBA. Everyone runs PSP.
Yeah.
Holy balls. 87th place on PSP is 2 hours.
What a
87th.
should still be in the top 10. What's Lenopus this time on that?
Ludicrous?
Lenopus? Lenophis.
18th place is hour and a half.
I helped him rep that one.
Really?
He had the world record, and that is 17 people cut time off that.
Wow.
I helped him.
Oh, that's the
Rep
one
it.
that you're in the credits for, or like the
over on
thank you
SDA.
notes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember you showing me that.
I helped him route in the emergency exit for the 15 tile surprise, which saves 5-10 minutes. If you can get to him, it'll save a lot more time.
I just can't believe how fucking competitive PSP is. Nobody plays it on Wonderswan.
Shocker.
There's one submitted run by Gyre. It's 5 hours.
And Gyre plays every version of this game.
Yeah, I literally see him. He's in top 5 on every category too.
Yeah. He's actually been branching out. Like, he'll do Final Fantasy 11, but he's also doing DQ2 on GDC recently.
Looks like Gyre plays every version except PSP. That's weird.
He is more of a manipulation guy than a glitch guy.
Oh, he runs glitchless.
Yeah.
Any percent glitchless, he's third place.
Yeah.
He doesn't run any percent. That's a huge difference, though. There's an hour's worth of difference between glitch and glitchless.
Yeah.
Yeah. The record for any percent's an hour 22. Any percent glitchless, the record's an hour at 2:44. An hour and 20 minutes difference. And I bet every bit of that's grinding.
Quite possibly. I stopped grinding English just to get bored, and we are going to go to Ordeal anyways, so it's going to put us above the 3-hour mark, well above it.
I learned a lot of things.
But I got bored off of it.
The record for 15 tiles, 16 seconds.
Yep. Nikki?
Nope. Nikki didn't even run it.
Damn.
Like, as a joke category, like, she doesn't have anything to say.
Maryland just hit my monk for fucking 300.
Good God. Hey, your monk can blaze it.
Yes, he can. She gonna die next round. That could be bad. Oh, damn, you lived. Didn't see that one.
Weird. It looks like there's, like, nobody runs it on Virtual Console either.
Yeah, that bothers the shit out of me, Bakuryu. How it's Merilith instead of Kari or even Kali. Just like, I get not wanting to put major religions' deities as your bosses, but they're not consistent with that across the series. Like, major deities and it's the least offensive thing with this. Entities from different religions and mythologies are all over the series, but that's the one they choose to change. They don't even avoid, like, Astaroth and Beelzebub in FF2 for Christianity.
Mm-hmm.
But the Mother of Destruction is the one that they draw their line on. It just doesn't make sense to me.
They've been inconsistent with that since day one.
Yeah.
Nintendo is inconsistent as fuck with it.
Yeah.
The I don't think I ever like got into the conversation about the other day when I told you like I make the comment that I love Legends of Localization.
Mm-hmm.
I was reading like the different translations in Final Fantasy VI for the Edgar dialogue to Realm. In all of the English translations, it's heavily censored. He straight up flirts with a little girl.
Yeah, he's creepy. Edgar's creepy as fuck.
Yeah, like he straight up is just like is flirting with a child.
Mm-hmm.
In all the Japanese renditions of it. The GBA translation turned it into a tongue-in-cheek joke. He asks how old she is, and he says,
maybe someday.
"You come see me in about 8 years." Like the literal Japanese translation is something along the lines of, "Yeah, I can go to jail for you." It was like, whoa,
What the fuck, Edgar? Chill your shit.
no, how about not?
How about you don't? How about you don't?
How about you don't?
Fun fact, in the NES version, you can actually soft lock in here.
Yeah, if you like take too many floors. Polex will explain that.
Yep. It's the same as like the 64 stairs glitch. You override the memory.
Mm-hmm.
That's down to the right. It's always the answer.
It's like always the bottom one.
Yep.
That's how I remember it.
Whichever one is further down or further right.
Yeah. Except for like the last one, there's like a troll one.
Right here.
Yeah.
That was the troll one. It's always the last one that throws me off too, because I think of my rule and then I break it. And I'm not going in there to get the Zeus gauntlets because I'm just going to get them all next one.
Zeus. The cast thunder.
I think they're just called the gauntlets, yeah. I'll cast thunder on uses an item in battle, which will give Lola something to. Well, Lola's going to get the fire sword here in a second.
And items don't break.
No. Not like rods.
Yeah. That's a guaranteed for a nightmare there, isn't it?
Yep, 1 to 2.
Yeah, I remember one of the runs I was watching Poexel explain the if you're in there just lost for too long, you can legitimately soft lock.
Yep.
Like, what does it end up doing? Like the teleporter just stops working,
Just
right?
doesn't take anywhere.
And then you're just there.
Mm-hmm. Then you have to reset. Hopefully you used a tent or a cabin outside, and hopefully you paid attention to the save bug with those, where it refills your MP after it saves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it saves, then refills your MP because of the priority in the flow chart.
Yep.
So if you use a tent and save and shut the game off, when you get back you have no MP.
Yep.
So their attacks just have a chance to insta-kill.
Yeah, they have cat touch. It's the best way to think about it.
Gotcha. And that goes through Protect Rings because it's not a instant death spell.
It's actually a good question. Protect rings aren't a absolute protection against it either.
Oh, okay. But that seemed like it was like really effective.
Instant death can still get through protect rings, ribbons. It just has a 1 in like 2 256 chance, which happens way more often than a 1 256 should. So it's not a true 1 256.
Mm-hmm. Weird.
Yeah, very.
Some of the calculations in these games, I still just don't think work, as intended.
You're not wrong.
They work a lot better than the NES version, obviously, but I still think that some of them are still just busted.
Got legs.
I wonder why they're not called the Zeus Flows in this one.
Yeah, it shouldn't be appearing right here.
I thought that's where they appeared.
Now they're here right in front of the throne.
He's not gonna like that.
My roommate sometimes it's just high enough for it to be super new.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I also had it worked out in my head that the dragon zombie was gonna be weak to fire.
Oh, he is. It's just they're not. They don't have the.
They're not good.
They don't have the stats to really
Oh shit.
fuck a duck. Need your energy.
Hey, it worked.
That's why people don't like to crack here. Too much instant death in this castle. And since we all have good attack now with our basic,
Holy shit. And basically you're hoping for Megalixirs.
Megalixirs and levels.
And what's the drop chance on the Megalixir?
Rare.
Ugh.
It's like 164.
Hate 64s.
Yeah.
They're better than 128s, but... And certainly better than Pinktail. Which I have still never seen.
Same. After actually trying to get it, I've never seen it.
Yep. Well, we tried on the Conquest. We put in a solid hour trying to get Pinktail.
With sirens.
Mm-hmm.
These guys are great for gold, great for experience.
Because we even worked on it off stream. So in addition to what we did on stream, we did even more off stream just to see if we could get one.
I think they have an instant death attack. Just why another reason why people don't like to run these guys.
Well, another reason people don't like to grind these guys is because they're not necessary.
Yeah.
If you're,
Well,
you're playing
before-
15 tile, and you don't need the chance at Megalixirs.
Yeah.
You just get the Megalixir.
Before Ordeal was routed out, though, people still wouldn't grind these guys. Agamas are more efficient, so I understand why. But for a chance at Megalixirs, I'd rather do my grind right here.
Is this the last real grind of the run?
Unless I get walled later on.
Because Chaos is safe at 50, right?
40s.
Really, 40s?
Yeah. You can make him safe with 40s.
Because really against Chaos, it's you want to
It's a DPS race.
You want to beat his internal timer before he casts Kiraja.
We'll be dead way before then. It's more killing him before he can kill you.
Ooh, I see. So that you're literally treating him like a DPS race.
Yeah.
More like an enrage timer and less of a reset button.
Yeah. Yep. Someone got a snuggle buddy in there.
Does he still have Cure 4 in the NES?
Yeah, he has Kiraja in Well, he has.
I
Cure
know
4
he
in
has
the
Cure Raja in this version because I've seen him use it.
Yeah. In the NES, he has Cure 4, which is a true full heal because he only has 2,000 HP.
Oh.
I know you haven't seen me take it this far because my speedruns always, whenever I've streamed them, always stop around Earth Cave.
Oh, Zach, you've actually not seen this game completely through? Wow.
Okay. Well, you're going to be in for a treat, and since there's not much story to this game until the very end, then you're not really missing any of the story. And I can feed you whatever you need to know about the story. Where our levels at? We should be...
Spoiler alert, there's no story until the last 15 minutes of the game.
Unless you want to talk to the sages in the circle there, and then they give you, like, that tidbit of why the world's fucked up. If I run into him, I will fight him for you, but I'm not going to go out of my way to, because that could add on, like, 30 minutes and be the difference between me making a time and not.
Unlike a lot of the later Final Fantasies, this game is doable without a guide.
Very. But yeah, I can see what you mean by it gets confusing after you get the boat. Granted, they do a good job of limiting where you can go. I don't think I've got a single Mega Elixir.
You've not?
It's like, when you get the boat, you're contained to that lake in the middle of the world. So...
It's basically getting to Crescent.
Yeah. Figuring out how to get to Crescent Lake after you've done Earth Cave, because, I mean, Melmond is right there. So, I mean, that one's a gimme. It's right outside the Nitro Powder area. But it does a good job of the Dragon Quest method of, we're going to close off most of the world to you and slowly open it up.
Yeah, we've gotten one. Everybody gets one.
Yeah, I mean, one's really all I should need.
Is that for safety against a certain boss? Or?
It's for chaos.
Oh, it's literally just for chaos.
Yeah, doubles the length of time I can spend fighting him. Because his attacks are going to do anywhere between 2 to 350 damage. And the first round I'm going to need my red mages buffing.
So they're not going to be able to heal because...
And actually, every round I'm going to need him buffing, and that's the best way for Domo to contribute.
Gotcha. So he throws the Mega Elixir.
Yeah. He'll be throwing speed and strength drinks on a Duncan as well.
And those
Those go
don't-
on top of temper and haste.
But they themselves don't stack. So like using
No,
two
they-
speed. Oh, so using.
So he'll just be doing that every turn that he's not.
Oh, neat. I thought the drinks only worked once. Like I knew temper and haste continuously stacked for the rest of forever.
They stack up until you hit a stat cap, and then since the drinks affect a different stat cap, they'll continue to stack.
Whoa.
So we
So
can
that's how you do like unholy damage.
got a second.
No. So now you got a safety elixir.
Honestly, I'd want like 3 or 4.
Because Kraken hits like a fucking
No,
truck.
I'm not going to use these on Kraken. If Kraken kills me, then he kills me.
Kraken kills you, then it just wasn't meant to be. Just wasn't a run.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm still very susceptible to stone. Cover that poor boy up with a whoopee.
She's probably asleep.
Make plays, not excuses.
Because to me, Kraken was always harder than Tiamat.
Kraken 2 is the true final boss. It's a one-shot anybody and get fucked.
I always forget about the refights.
Yep.
I always forget about it. Usually by that point, though, I'm so fucking decked out. Especially in GBA, because before I go to Chaos, I'll go and do other optional dungeons and get like the stupid gear.
Maybe these guys for another minute and a half. I mean, we're probably where we need to be. It's just more make sure I'm comfortable, especially when we lose HP. I wanted to get about 400.
Almost made it. You can't break 1,000 health in this one, can you?
Nope.
Yeah, 999 is the...
So, seal it.
Monk's starting to hit like a truck.
Yep. That's unbuffed, too.
Of course, those were crits, but still.
That's the point. He gets crits.
Oh, really?
Yep. Ideally, by the time I'm done with him in the Chaos fight, he'll be doing 6,000 damage.
And then Chaos's health just liquefies.
Oh, did not get an HP up. Well, if she got an HP up, you always get an HP up, but not a significant one.
5. She got 5.
So as soon as her HP goes above 400, yeah, right now I'm just getting Comfort XP with the chance at Mega Elixirs.
Which essentially boils down to you're not versed enough with this run to
do it more ballsy.
Yeah.
This is a very, very safe round.
You're sacrificing a good chunk of time just for safety.
I should be done with the Sea Shrine by now, if I was doing a real run. In fact, Nikki's done in 13 minutes from now. Now that we're talking about time, and I'm already 45 seconds past when I said I was going to leave there. Shouldn't be any unrunnables here, it's more just obnoxious encounters.
And the PSP version would already be done.
PSP would have been done like 30 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago.
PSP would have already killed Chaos.
PSP's working on their victory lap.
They're about to catch you on the second playthrough.
Yeah.
So you heading straight to Bahamut to get the,
Yeah, I'll do the class change. Because that offers up more options for don't want to be a healer.
which again in the normal route wouldn't even be
Wouldn't be a thing.
wouldn't even be a thing.
Nope. Which sprite? Yeah, we're gonna grow up, and then we're gonna go learn the last spells that I'm gonna bother with. Oh, the tigers?
Yeah, it is a pretty bad sprite.
Yeah. It's a bad sprite in every version of this game. Dude, lay off fucking Yura.
Statistically, Yura should not be getting punched that much.
No, so it's a 12.5% chance to hit that slot.
Happened 3 times consecutively.
So this one or is it the grassy one? It's the grassy one.
And there's no encounters here.
Nope. It's just found this cave.
Yeah.
Just a long walk
It's a long ass walk to Bahamut.
through a dragon's snout.
Is that what that's supposed to be?
Yeah, that's its facial features are made up by the crosses, and it's shaped like a dragon's head.
Huh.
Yep, this is the class change.
That was the purpose of getting the rat tail in the...
He recognizes it as your courage. You get the least... It's like in Dragon Quest V, whenever you go get the hard heart from the tower to join the military. It's like that. You get the obscure item all the way at the end to show that you're brave enough to be worthy. Which means we may now wield Mjolnir. We are worthy. I'm not kidding. Thor's hammer is in the game.
Yeah, Thor's hammer is actually in the game. It's also just called Thor's hammer.
Yeah. They don't have time to fucks with fancy names. It's 12K and Alphonse over here.
Oh yeah, because Elfheim randomly has like really high level spells.
3 and 4.
The fighter is now kniched.
It's in black. I always fucking confuse it. Because other games, it's white.
I always thought it was weird that haste was a black magic in this one.
Mm-hmm.
It's a white magic and literally like in every game that doesn't have a time page.
Yeah. Marsh.
Can't land on swamp tiles.
Yeah, they make their swamp tiles look so fucky in this though.
I love how the red wizard like barely changes sprite. Gets a little bit of gold trim. Wyverns!
I will say, if I get any of the 1 in 64 encounters, I will take it.
Which are...
Warmech is technically a 3 in 64. I'll take it for Bakuryu if I get it.
Mm-hmm.
The Tyrannosaur in the desert is a 1 in 64, and the Mithril Golem on the final floor of Temple of Fiends Revisited is a 1 in 64.
The only one of those that I think I've ever even seen is Warmech.
Yeah, I mean, Warmech, because he's fabled, is really only a 3 in 64. But the other ones, unless you're looking for them,
Oh yeah,
not gonna find
didn't you like have a mild conniption when Gerard said it was like a 1 in 128?
them. No, he said it was a 1 in 64. Just and everyone thinks that because that's what it says in the official Nintendo guide for the game.
But the actual math is 3 in 64.
Yeah. The way the encounters are broken down, since it's all step-routed in the NES version, is that there's a list of 64 encounters, and he is 3 of those options.
Pokemon does a similar thing for their encounters. Each grass area has a list of Pokemon, and they all correspond to a specific Pokemon with a specific level. So there's actually not a level range. Like if you see like Route 1 like has level 2 Pidgeys, level 4 Pidgeys, and level 5 Pidgeys, there's no level 3 Pidgey.
Because
It's in 3 slots on. There's 10. I think there's 10 slots per route that Pokemon can appear in, and it pulls from that list. And the closer, and it's a priority list too. Like the deeper down the list, the lower the percentage. That's what makes some encounters like so abysmal. Like Abra on the route north of Cerulean is at the bottom of the list, and he's I think like a 2% chance or something like that. It's pretty miserable. Also, good luck here. Duncan does have a rat tail. Bahamut just glued it to the back of his head. He didn't even change his class.
That's pretty sick, right, Tim? Yeah, he looks like a really young Duncan from FF6.
Kind of does, doesn't he?
I dig it. Come on, get those gauntlets off. I don't have any more gold needles.
Don't need those infinity gems. Damn, son.
Yeah.
Zeus gauntlets are pretty dope. You got the warp cube.
Acquired item.
And then he breaks.
I will also get Excalibur. I don't really get massive in it.
That's a lot of money. Is that the only ribbon of the run?
If I can remember where the second one is, I'll get it. I fucked up.
What'd you do?
I clicked optimal on Domo whenever I was equipping it. Yeah, I can give you up to 9 small enemies and 4 large enemies. Which seems stupid compared to the other Final Fantasy games, except for 2, which can go up to 8.
Oh, because they'd equip the Zeus gauntlets, and so you couldn't use them as an item. Right, I see what happened.
This is the point in the game where optimal stops being optimal.
Because you need things in your inventory.
Yeah. And like Ribbon has a lower absorb rate than a lot of other opponents, or even him being naked. So Optimal wouldn't put the ribbon on his head.
There's a lot of games where it won't equip ribbon when you hit optimal.
It's because Ribbon's not the best stat-wise helmet, but the status effects are unbeatable.
Immunity to almost all status effects. Kind of hard to pass up.
Just in case anything bad happens, there's at least one terrible encounter in here. And we got it on the way in, so I'm cautious now.
Which one was it?
The Gas Dragon
Oh.
has a AoE poison attack that will light your shit up. The golems just like to cast blink on themselves.
That's just annoying.
Yeah.
Why do they even have blink? It's weird.
I don't know, something big that appears to be a wall of health.
That was just a programmer wanting to be a dill hole.
I think we're at sub 4 hour this.
Think so?
That's my bold prediction for the moment.
That's a bold prediction, Cotton.
I mean, we have 1, 2, 3 dungeons left. That's me remembering my way through Sea Shrine, which is the only one that I don't have completely memorized. And I'm picking up 1 optional item in there.
Which one what are you going for?
Giant's Clubs. Which I'm fairly certain I know where they are, but
Damn.
that gets funky in practice. That's why we ground.
Ground. I've always wondered what the past tense of grinding was in terms of an RPG.
But yeah, this is a very unoptimal route. It's more just a.
Are you actually going to take some time and polish this route at any point in time? Or are you...
As long as it is, I don't think so. Because getting to sit down for 4 hours straight to play a game is very much a rarity for me.
Think about me with my stupid run.
I know. You chose that. That's on you.
I love it, though.
I have to press A on the barrel. I can't just walk into it like the NES version. I'm gonna get a cutscene. Under the sea, under the sea. I don't know the lyrics to this song. Under the sea. Atlantis.
Atlantica.
That when I was a child, I thought Atlanta was a made-up city, and some kid didn't know how to pronounce Atlantis.
Nice.
Yeah. Where are you from? I'm from Atlanta. No, you're not. That place is made up, motherfucker. Stop lying to me.
Dig that barrel, submarine. It's like taking a barrel over Niagara Falls.
And I'm gonna safety save in here just because everything hits fucking hard.
I remember the trolls being assholes.
They are. This is a dead end that I'm taking, but I'm committed to seeing if it is or not. Unrunnable because of that guy.
Really?
Yeah.
At what point does he qualify as a boss?
It doesn't. There's a lot of unrunnable encounters that aren't bosses.
That's dumb. Does that plant the flag for the entire encounter?
I think once he's gone you can run, but at this point these guys should all die to Vendara.
Being weak to it. Just, yeah. You know, I was thinking earlier, it probably wouldn't be a terrible idea for me to try and learn the route for Gold Zone 1.
You mean whenever I said you should speedrun that?
Yeah. That was in the cards for a hot minute. And then I just never actually looked into it. I think the reasoning was because most of the route was done by a runner I can't stand.
I wonder which one that is. I think I know his name. Is he Australian?
Yes. Yes, he is. Carefully selecting the diamond gear so that way you don't get unoptimized.
Well, I think the diamond gear will override the gauntlets as far as optimal. This would be another spot that an emergency exit is very helpful on. Because it works just like in Pokemon.
Just an escape rope, just zoop.
Yeah, exactly. It takes you right out the motherfucker.
That didn't sound like a healthy. It's not.
These guys get like motherfuckers that have 300 health.
Oof.
So the fear is more benefit from
Looks like you need Faragas.
that. Okay. No, it takes too much time to go by. Even though we have to go back to Melmon anyways.
The damage increase doesn't offset the time grabbing it while you're already in town.
No, because it's 30 MP too, so I'll just shoot through my shit.
Curse of red mages.
And
Red mages are my favorite class.
they couldn't get it whenever I was there, and going out of the way, it's not really worth. It's not that much more damage to be worth it.
Mm.
Red mages are good.
Like, red mages are legitimate, like no bones, no bullshit. Red mages are my favorite class.
Their utility is just
Unrivaled.
we're past the point in the game where they stop being as useful. And here, they're here because they have more health than black mages and learn temper and haste. That's why we have them.
But it does reach a it reaches a point where the jack of all trades just gets passed up.
Yeah. Duncan has decent armor now. With that diamond armlet.
Which I want to try red mage in 14. Just need to get leveled up to the point where I can unlock it.
Yep. What's its base class? Thaumaturge?
Does it even have a base class? Because it's an experience thing. So I think you just do a quest.
Oh, it's just level 50.
You do a quest to unlock it. So no, it's the same thing with samurai. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's just level 50 and it's there because it was in Heaven's Ward.
Mm-hmm. 14's red mage is weird.
Which version do you play on D&D, Zach? Because Bard is an impressive-ass class to play in D&D depending on the version.
See, fast-paced in the MMO sounds fun to me, because in WoW, for the longest time, I played an Enhancement Shaman. So, fast-paced and dynamic rotations are part of my blood. Oh, Enhancement Shamans are completely garbage in Legion. They completely redid the class and it's garbage. If you liked old Enhancement Shaman, you will hate new Enhancement Shaman. It's trash. It's absolute trash. But in Legion, I played Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter was fun AF. No, I never played Boomkin. I didn't like the phase shifting. Aww, it plays like Boomkin. Blech. Probably not gonna like Red Mage then.
So it plays like Ninja.
Boomkin druids are the caster druids, and they transition between two different phases, like sun and moon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I get it, but like Ninja in 14 transitions between 3 different battle stances.
Ooh, neat. You cast black and white spells building up black and white currency. I gotcha. So it's like building up stacks of Starfire to cast Moonfire, and then you're casting Moonfire to build up for Starfire.
Or like how Thaumaturge works in 14, where it's fire versus
Fire, ice, fire, ice. Fire, ice, fire.
One boosts the MP, or raises the MP cost and efficacy of the other.
Mm. Which I think they've even tweaked that now. I think that works a little bit differently than it used to.
One of these was damage tile, I couldn't remember which one.
When you get to 80 of both, you can rush into a ton of magic enchanted rapier attacks. Death Knight tank. God, Death Knights. I don't think a class has gone through more changes than Death Knights. Like, the entire tanking spec changed. When DK's first rolled out, they were... Frost was the tank spec. Now Frost is the DPS spec, and Blood's the tank spec.
Wouldn't have been a bad idea to pick up that chest. I think it's a Light Axe, which casts Diara when used as an item.
What does Diara do?
Undead damage.
Oh. Oh, D-I-A-R-S. Yeah, okay. My brain registered that as D-Ara, as in removing an Ara.
No. Like Dia.
Yeah, I know what it is now. The rank 2 of the Dia spell.
Not Diora. Yeah. You win. You smell what it said.
Not Celine Diora.
Canada has apologized on numerous occasions for that.
That was the thing. That's the reason that I mean, in addition to just loving red mages in Final Fantasy, I've seen several red mages go ham in dungeons, and it just looks super flashy and cool. That was another reason why I wanted to try it. Meanwhile, Samurai looks boring as balls.
Let's see if I can 3-round Kraken as well.
I was also really, really disappointed that Dark Knight was a tank spec. I was really disappointed in that. Oh god, define gross rotation. I'm almost afraid to ask. Ooh!
That was a close rotation.
He just got hit by the hand of God. He just tempered himself.
Yes. Depending if he doesn't get attacked
I
again.
need to comment on this posh as fuck Kraken.
Yeah, I know, dude. He's the most dapper motherfucker in the game. Watch this. 20 hits.
Jesus, titty fuck. Excuse me, sir.
That's why I picked up the Giant's gloves. 2-round Kraken. A 2-round Kraken.
And then he dies.
This is a lot safer of a route than the actual route. Like, that would have been a 3-round fight. TM will take at least 3, maybe 4 rounds.
Black belts are sick nasty.
I'm saying, sub 4 hours, holding out hope for 3.5. Like, that is my pie in the sky goal that I wasn't saying.
Mm-hmm. Big pie in the sky.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if I can,
It's up here.
I'm gonna have to type that in because I didn't have chat up on my phone like I was. Like I did a minute ago. Okay, sweet. Yeah, that'll be a lot easier. Just PM it to me in Discord or something. What the fuck is this?
Oh, is that the, that's the rotation for Red Mage now? Oh, Samurai.
This is Samurai's rotation. This is idiotic.
Remember trying to do Dragoon on a PS4 controller?
Oh yeah, by the way, Zach, I played Dragoon on PS4. The shapes that my hands had to get into for rating DPS rotation was idiotic.
I can't do Garuda this week, I got carpal tunnel.
Pretty much. Yeah, this rotation doesn't even make sense. This is like working a fucking jigsaw puzzle blindfolded and someone's punching you in the nuts. Fuck that.
You dick.
Just absolutely fuck that.
Okay, what I did there, because the NPC was trolling me, just sitting in the way, I went into a house and then came back out to reset his position.
Ooh, smart.
Yeah. I did that back when we were in Provoca as well, whenever I was coming back from buying Timber, but I didn't say anything about it then.
Aha. See, when I was playing it on PS4, that was before any of the expansion packs. So that was just vanilla Realm Reborn. I love how I have to add that into it because regular 14 was a completely different game.
Press and make. Stop the volcano. Wait.
Your entire purpose is to make that single attack hit as hard as possible. I mean, whatever works, I guess.
Now we gotta go speak to foreigners.
Because you got the Rosetta Stone.
They're gonna give us the chime, that's gonna let us get the tower. Right. There. It's the only spot we can land over here.
Dragoon was fun back then. It was just incredibly complicated.
Now they said, oh, you think that's complicated?
Well, what made Dragoon so bad is you had to keep up all of it. It was like playing a really advanced rogue. Because you had to keep up your bleed damage. And, like, sweep was part of your rotation, but it was also your silence. So you needed to, like, have it in your rotation, but also know when to pull it out if you were the only one that had the ability to silence.
Man, there is, like, no reason to play Bard in FF14 right now, which makes me sad.
Is Bard bad?
He just... anything he does, someone else does better.
Aww. I heard Cannoneer was garbage tier.
It was for a while from back when I was paying attention.
Like, apparently that class is just like, why is it even in the game? Level of bad. Or Machinist, I think. Yeah, not Cannoneer, Machinist.
Yeah, like, all of Bard's buffs are done better by other classes. I'm gonna go out this way just because there's your 8th level Black Magic Chops.
They do on average 35% less DPS. Why? Why? Because of the utility you bring.
So
Is it worth the offset of less damage though?
No, because you do like a minimal crit boost
Not
to
even.
nearby allies,
Not even.
as opposed to like a 15% crit boost to all allies.
Because generally speaking, in MMOs, like, you can forgo a lot of utility if you just bring damage. Like, that's what a lot of guilds' entire MO is just to out DPS mechanics.
The green version of that Tyrannosaurus is the 164 I
Neat. Do you get anything for beating it?
experience and gold.
So no.
Yeah,
Best part about Bard is your songs give 2% critical rate to everyone from your songs, but you don't get the buff from the songs at all. You don't like your own music.
yeah.
That just seems terrible. Clearly, Square still has some things to figure out in the MMO ring. Like, at this point in time, I don't understand why you don't just copy Blizzard 1-to-1.
I think these guys are runnable now, but I don't want to risk it.
It would be weird that they don't get the boss flag.
I think they're runnable, but their stronger palette swap is not.
Bizarre.
Yeah, the Vampire Ward. We're regardless. One Punch Man Duncan there. Sounds like the fucking horseshoes for Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Bard and Dark Knight will promise rework soon. Doesn't matter because I don't tank, so unless they're gonna make Dark Knight a DPS, it still doesn't do anything for me.
I swear one of these was the Age of Shield.
That one. If you off tank, you get to DPS. It's not the same.
Yeah, he's got 4 life.
Back when Blizzard was still figuring out exactly what the fuck to do with shamans, I made a shaman tanking build once.
These guys have the palace one. It's like a motherfucker.
I don't even know that I've ever seen that sprite. I mean, Law of Averages said that I should have.
Yeah. You should have.
I could probably go back and watch the FF1 Conquest and see that I've encountered them. I have no memory of that sprite.
Yeah. There's one that has like a greenish where that orange is up in space, and he hits like a motherfucker. He's called a Sentry.
Oh yeah, because you go to space randomly in this one.
Yeah. Well, it's the Sky Castle, but it's fucking space. God, I love memory. I always forget to use it to its fullest, but I love it.
Need to do the same thing every turn. Memory's got your back.
Yeah. It's like auto battle, but you have to press more buttons.
It's slavery with more steps.
Exactly.
Can't even find a rotation photo of Dark Knight. God, that is bad. That is really bad. So messy, no one wants to make one. Like I said, I don't understand why at this point, if you're making an MMO, you just don't one-to-one Blizzard. The groundwork is laid for you. It's like what everyone did before with Ultima. Everyone just one-to-one Ultima and changed the names.
I'm gonna try it. First we go biscuit.
Wait, you're the biscuit. It is runnable. Good memory.
It punishes you for it because you take all of the damage instead of possibly some of the damage, but well,
Potentially a little quicker. Chimera not runnable.
it's just one of them. So
Faster, just bonk him.
faster, I'm still not entirely comfortable with our experience.
To DPS as Dark Knight, you have to drop tanking stance and use Dark Arts before using every single skill. Except some skill use Grit to do more damage, so you have to switch it back on and then off afterwards, while still remembering to hit Dark Arts before every single attack. Why do you need to hit Dark Arts before every attack? And is it like Cecil's Dark Arts, where you're using your health to do more damage? Because if so, I can see every healer in the world hating you.
Unless it's not, 1/8 to 1/16 like in FF1.
Why do I have to heal the Dark Knight through trash? Oh, it uses MP. Okay.
While he's tanking.
You got Thor's Hammer. You got Soul Body. And the Sunblade. And the Dragon Mail. That was just a good room.
Yep.
And to make things worse, Dark Knight is bad as a tank. It's just bad.
He's the worst option for the tank. There's a melee focused tank in what, Barbarian, or whatever the upgrade is, and then there's the Paladin for a tank focused tank.
Oh yeah, Final Fantasy does theirs backwards. The Barbarian transforms into the Warrior.
Yeah.
Instead of like backwards. Instead of like reverse. They're like Death Knights, but with less cooldowns. Ooh. Ooh. No, thank you.
There's another fight at the top of this tower that's going to give me could hurt. Just because of AoEs.
I don't know of an MMO that Paladins aren't good, though.
Final Fantasy 12.
It's not an MMO.
Tell the designers.
It wants to wear makeup like it's one, but we all know that's pig.
It's going to hurt. Still going to be a one round, but low might die.
Warriors or bear druids.
It usually goes for a thunder attack.
Okay, when you start putting it into Warcraft terms, I can follow you. Bear druids took a certain kind of person to do right. Like a good bear druid, I would take over any other tanking class in that game. But a mediocre bear druid was awful. And a bad bear druid, just hang it up.
Fucking birds.
Dark Knight's supposed to be an evade parry tank, but there isn't a way to stack or increase evade or parry. Genius. Absolutely genius.
I will get the ribbon here. Although, you know, I don't have one for Excalibur. I'm just using the warrior for trash, so there's no real point in it.
So you are or not? I'm confused.
I'm not going to get Excalibur.
Oh, okay.
Which means I'm also going to forgo that ribbon. I shouldn't. Because the route even gets the ribbon that's in Sea Shrine that I skipped. So I don't remember where it's at.
Wow.
Hey, I remember you.
That sounds like Wrath of the Lich King Paladin tanking. I know that means nothing to you, but in Wrath of the Lich King, Paladin tanks would out DPS the DPS. It was basically you were bringing 4 DPS and a healer.
I know they had, what, Death Knights soloed on Ixia?
Death Knights could solo, like early Death Knights could solo a lot of stuff that they weren't supposed to. When they first came out, I remember doing all of Hellfire Citadel with just 5 Death Knights. No healers, no tanks, 5 Death Knights, Blood Spec, just mauling.
It's a 30-man raid?
They were 5-mans, but still breaking mechanics because you were bringing 5 DPS instead of a tank, a healer, and 3 DPS. You could literally just fight your own thing and be fine. Bloodworms healed you way more than the damage you were taking. Phil Cleaver's literally spawning 3 chainsaw blades from the sky, slamming them into the enemy. Drop 5 on an enemy at a time, and then you uppercut them for fun. Jesus!
This is a fight.
Air element?
Yeah. They're not unrunnable, but they're stupid to try and run from.
They're not unrunnable, but they're stupid.
He's not buffed.
Good God. I like getting Thor's hammer in FF5 because it does the same damage from the back row.
You can throw it.
Yep. Yeah, you fucking chuck that shit like Mjolnir. Poof. Shoop. Damn, Knight HP growth is stupid.
Yep.
Level 38. NES has a level cap, doesn't it?
50.
That's what I thought. Are you gonna get it? Are you gonna get it?
Nope. Well, 2 of you won't be able to like that.
I'm surprised you didn't reset because of the,
I didn't save on the bridge. So it's just a lazy mistake.
the Paladin's dot is the strongest dot in the game. That's a little wrong.
Yeah, that's not right.
The tank shouldn't have the strongest dot. That's not gonna feel good. This is a lot of buffs. This is a lot of buffs.
I don't think it'll kill Tim in one hit like it did on the back end.
It's so weird that Summoner in 14 is like Warcraft's Warlock.
That's the move those gas dragons use. It's a little bit nerfed in this, but it's still stupid.
Bye. And outside of Carbuncle, I really don't like the designs of the Summoner Eggies. I think they all look kind of silly.
Yeah, but Carbuncle lets Summoner tank through a lot of the early duties.
You said duty.
I did. It's hitting me that I've been doing this for 3 hours at this point. After a very long day.
And a movie.
Yeah, well, the movie was relaxing, but the day was stressful.
I don't know, like, watching movies takes a lot out of me. I know that's, like, really dumb.
You also don't sit still well.
I don't.
Like in a car, in a movie, in the living room, you don't sit still well.
I do not. I can't. Didn't take you long to pick up on that.
Nope.
Summoner tank becomes kind of trash after like 40. You create too much DPS to hold it. It's kind of like Warlocks and WoW have the same problem with trying to use Voidwalker to tank. Or even, like, I guess the Fell Reaver works a little bit better than Voidwalker tanking, but
I'm gonna try something. So
God.
I think it might be cool since we're already abandoning most of the established route.
good old Blueberry. If you've not put together yet, I played a fuckload of WoW. More than I care to admit. I've been playing WoW since vanilla, off and on. Buy more drinks.
Yep. The Giant's tonics in particular. Those will double your HP for a single battle. So bubble.
Oh,
So I'm gonna try and keep my red mages alive during chaos.
gotcha. So he'll do that, and then you'll heal.
And then I'll do a Mega Elixir on round 2. And yeah. That is the goal.
No Warlock. With a blueberry named Saslax. I love the randomly assigned names for demons.
But yeah, I'm starting to hurt on the sleep. If I weren't this far into it, I'd be a little more questionable about finishing the run.
You're literally at chaos, though.
I've got to walk before that happens. A sad walk.
I mean, the Chaos Temple. And
Yeah.
I don't mean like chaos.
Yeah.
The boss.
TOFR2.
I didn't realize that they have the filter now. So you couldn't pull sass because it has ass in it, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, so one lore tidbit before we go back in time. I'll talk to a bat to show it off. But these 5 bats are the original White Warriors that went from Lethene to try and fight Chaos.
Really?
Yeah, and he turned them into bats.
Huh.
And as soon as you light up the 4 crystals, you can talk to him again.
I actually did not know that.
I also have no way of getting back to the present now.
Why not?
Because I went to the Bastion and sick.
I played an enhancement shaman from vanilla all the way to Cataclysm. I didn't play Cataclysm because Cataclysm was garbage. I came back for Mists and played a Mistweaver monk. Then I didn't play any of Draenor. Came back for Legion and played a Demon Hunter.
Coming back from battle.
Probably. Yeah, I'll probably pick up BFA. And then level to the new cap. Do some dungeons. And then set it down again. Which is basically what I do with Warcraft now.
If we had enough people, I'd say we should set up like a guild. We don't.
It's super easy to set up a guild in Warcraft 2.
This is the danger for.
This is Danger Will Robinson.
Yeah, gas dragons show up here a lot.
Yeah.
So we're probably going to get some.
That's right there. But conveniently, you had just saved.
I'll try it. Oh. forces on him.
Gotcha. Because that gas attack's probably gonna kill Lola.
It's not gonna kill her, it's not gonna be comfy.
And then she's probably gonna be poisoned afterwards.
No, it won't poison him.
Oh, it doesn't poison?
But if they all do it, she might die.
I'm gonna want to level a Void Elf, because Void Elf? Come on. It's fucking cool.
Shouldn't say anything like that.
But, the character that I take through the story will be my Demon Hunter. Unless they just fucking destroy the Demon Hunter class in BFA. I hope they don't, though. My Demon Hunter has most of my legendaries. And I mean old world legendaries, not Legion legendaries. Small hatred towards Demon Hunter. Dare I ask? Blech.
No one's done here. But I saved him at the one.
What's wrong with saving the door?
It's kind of glitchy.
How did they ruin engineering? Oh, I gotcha. I gotcha. All the cool stuff from engineering is built in natively into the Demon Hunter class.
This version won't let you loot skip. I didn't bring that up at the beginning of the game, by the way. But when the princess gives you the loot, if you try to leave the door, she will stop you to give it to you. It's just faster to run up and talk to her. NES, you can loot skip, though.
Totally get here and not have the loot. And at that point you just turn the game off?
At that point, you turn the game off, go sit in the shower, hold your knees, and cry.
On NES, are you soft locked there?
If you don't have rope or... Well, you can't save anywhere. So, the only place you could save is before you go back in time.
Oh, so you would just need to die
Yeah.
and then go back to Corneria and get
The loot.
the loot.
I should have been trying to run from these guys, especially when I can one around them.
Oof. 3-minute cooldowns to 30-minute cooldowns. Whoa. Whoa. That's brutal.
There's probably going to die to Witch as well. I should be resetting recent count rather than finding them out, but I'm not comfortable with my experience. I mean, only 2 mega elixirs. Plus, I'm getting kind of zombie reflex mode.
Don't trip at the finish line. You could have a 3.5. I like that cheer. Preach, preach, he's our man. He can't do it. Chris can't.
He's out, man. He's out, man. That means Chris has to do it. Purple worms on normal.
Smack, smack.
Or if they are runnable, then it's very difficult. And just worth fighting.
Right. Oh, Zach, like I've told Breach like 3 or 4 times at this point now, that that MK2 little expo really made me want that that segment to become a recurring thing in the other project yet to be announced. It's an Earth Medusa.
So, since this is your first time seeing this part of the game, we killed the 4 fiends in the present, and now we have to go back in time to kill them and their boss again. You guys should be able to start from.
Last Blade 2. Let's take a look. Let's talk about that. Bro, this is anime as fuck. Is this an SNK game? Yep. Yep, that is very much an SNK game. SNK fighters are hard. Oh, he knows the story.
And you know I'm about to get hit with nuclear. Nuclear. Flare. Right. It's gonna do about 300 damage.
So I'm going to assume that it's going to play kind of, it's going to play kind of like Samurai Showdown. Sam Show with maybe a dash of Mark of the Wolves in there.
All these bosses, by the way, have 2 times as much health as before. If not more so.
I was about to say, I think Lich has more than 2 times. You just hit him for 2,000. And he's still alive.
You're about to die.
I would have laughed if that 9 would have killed him.
I would have cried if that would have hit the
Bye, Lichy. Lycanroc is dead. If you like the SNK style fighters, Garo, Mark of the Wolves is an often forgotten one. That game is fun as hell.
What you guys voted? Get your initiative sorted out.
It got a Steam port, but it's a faithful port. The online just sucks.
Not much the true final boss. Not on this floor, next floor.
Super desperation moves. Yo! That's tight. I like these. God, SNK is so over the top.
Merilith can one-shot Lola. Kraken can one-shot anyone but Doma.
True final boss.
Kraken is true final boss.
That's pretty beautiful damage.
That's really cool. She did that.
Owie.
Told you we were doing some stupid damage.
It's when you see that that you understand how the speed run actually works.
Yep.
And how doing this game in one stream is very, very much doable.
Yeah, because when you're playing this casually, you don't think about monk buffs.
Right. Or just how broken the buffing system is in this.
Yeah. I mean, there is a ceiling you can
It's a very high ceiling, though.
hit, especially when our stats are this low. As I'm hitting pause to side. We might not be able to run through this. Not wasting time.
You know how you can tell these guys are the heroes? They take time to close the doors after going through. Such pure souls.
You're not wrong. Every fucking time.
It was the same spot, wasn't it?
No. I made a safety save around the spot where I got hit last time.
Oh, okay.
That's a rubble spot. I'm going to take forever.
Got the preemptive.
Yep.
Ooh.
Only reason I stopped reaching forward.
And this is Kraken here, isn't it?
Yep.
Because this is the one that has two. What time and what game?
Please either ink or tactile. Ooh!
That time will probably still be at the con.
Yeah.
Safety heal.
Yeah, get him up above that barrier where he was.
It missed.
Yep.
Everybody.
Two of them are immune to it, and it's not a very high accuracy attack.
You beat the true final boss.
Yep.
I love that slap in the face. One gill.
Yes, I saved after.
Spend all his money to get that botch coat. You ain't wrong.
I don't think we hit in the 330 goal, but we'll definitely be sub 345 pending Chaos doesn't just block me.
Yeah. You're not going for messing with Barrett.
No.
No reason to. My salmon eye.
She's asleep.
Oh, she's been asleep. It is 1:30. That girl's out by 11 o'clock every night.
Hold on. Please.
What blows is the early start we gotta get tomorrow so she can get her.
Tell me we gotta go.
I'm not sure.
Okay. 2,500 maybe?
Let's see it. 23. Good guess. Too bad it didn't crit.
That's just gonna seem better deck. I mean, he had some crits. Each individual swing can crit.
Oh.
You live through that. Yeah, what would that?
Bonk.
That 55 would have killed it. Yes. So you got like 7,500 HP.
To mutter a dragon. You bonked through the refights rather quickly.
Yeah, it's just a matter of staying alive.
You waited a really uncomfortably long period of time to use that Phoenix down.
There's no encounters on this one.
Oh, because this is the last floor. I think had you not gotten like sleep boned, you would have gotten the sub 330.
True. And if we're going to last hit on cast, there's still a chance. Depending on my menu. 20,000 HP.
Woof. Now maybe they'll live though. Yowie.
Maybe.
Forever laughing that Chaos has a cock for his cock. Live, damn you! Imagine having faces on your knees. Uh-oh.
Quick on this next spell.
Nice!
GG.
Good shit, dude.
Okay. It's a 3 hour, 32 minutes. It's a new PB.
Throw some hype emotes in there. Some new PB. It got some new peanut butter.
And I'll play through the credits because. So we run back, right? Still half as long as your speedrun.
Yeah.
If I wanted to take the time to optimize it, I could probably get a competitive time. But like I said, just setting aside that chunk of time on a regular basis is not
To be able to practice
a
it.
realistic thing for me. Yeah. Not right now, anyways.
After DQ, maybe?
Maybe after DQ Conquest.
DQ just eats so much of your time right now.
Yeah. DQ and study.
Yeah.
The mirror trick of fate could give rise to the chain of Darwin's wrath. Woo! I wasn't expecting Chaos to go smoothly at all, but see why I wanted the Mega Elixirs.
Yeah.
And I picked up that elixir there at the end, thinking I definitely need it. Didn't end up needing it because he decided to cooperate and attack Red again. But okay. Oh, thank you guys for tuning in and staying tuned in. And if you're catching this on the VOD, pick up where you fell asleep because it's fucking late. And thank you for watching as well. I think actually we'll submit this time.
Might as well. Get you on the board.
Yeah. Get me on the board for something other than Isaac. Whew. That's a really unoptimized run, so you can see how someone did it over an hour faster.
No comments on the dabbing chin.
Nope.
I just now put together that that's what you had, what you created there.
I'm out of brain right now, so that still wasn't going to register to me until you pointed it out. One and only time you'll ever hear me to do that. Unless I'm sneezing. Yeah, exactly.
Alright, it's fucking late. We got a con to go to tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and kill the stream here, because I mean we got the parts that I have to submit. So,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So might get down and do the outro. It's
That-
been a lot of fun, us on stream together. It'll happen again. Guarantee it.
I don't know when I'm gonna be on again.
I'll carry the torch for as long as I can. There may be some nights when I can't do it, but we'll finish up Zelda 2, get back to some Isaac, keep that rolling along. And thank you guys for bearing through the scheduling changes and everything. And
It really has meant a lot to me, if anything.
yeah, the ship will stay afloat, and it will get to where it needs to go.
We're bucketing out water, but damn it, we're still afloat.
Yep. But that's all I got.
That guys.
Peace.
Peace.